Hello and welcome to Jomboy and Jake Radio. Today is February 17th. My name's Jimmy. His name is Jake. We got a fashion check-in. First day for pitchers and catchers down in the spring training land. Jomboy Media announced that they got some funding. I cut my finger. We're going to assign genders to the months. And then we're going to talk about some news.
And more.
Yeah. There's more after that. There's more after that. How you doing, Jake?
James, producer, Big Baby David, producer Zach is lurking in the room right now, making everyone uncomfortable.
Hey, hats off to us for not asking Zach to get us water or anything before the show today. Is this yours or mine?
That's mine.
This seems like it's mine. No, I was drinking out of women belong.
Zach, if you could
Zach,
get
is there a women
Jimmy
belong in
his
sports?
water.
Is there a women belong in sports mug with water in it?
Damn.
Wow. Wow.
Dr.
Thank you
Jimple
very much.
Popper, what's up?
I'm doing well. I'm excited for the show. Do you know what? It's pitchers and catchers today. My guard's still up because last year.
Yeah.
So everyone's very excited, and I'm like, I would usually be very, very excited. Still, guard's still up. Like, I don't believe this. I do believe the season's going to start on time, but until it happens, I'm not like, I'm still a little guarded.
And until like 3 weeks ago, we were like told every step of the way, no shot, season starts on time and all that.
Yeah, I keep doing a dance between baseball being baseball and kind of expecting the worst. And Jim, for a while, I was kind of on the, I thought, which I don't know if there's something like with our platform I can still say, but we can say anything on JJR. Those are the rules. Is that like, I thought baseball was just kind of going to try to run it out there. And then like, I think COVID was going to hit it pretty hard and the owners were going to do like, oh my God, all this COVID. But basketball's going. Football season happened, and I think the other thing that's making me feel a little better now is that, well, it was just this little notification a week or two ago, but they were like, oh, yeah, the players in MLB agreed on protocols, and it's like, good. I thought, because for a while they basically made it seem like they're just going to run spring training as normal.
I think both parties agree that it's going to start, but unforeseen circumstances was something that my brain didn't even know those words combined at this point last year. Like if someone was like, the season might not start on time due to unforeseen circumstances, I'd be like, what's going to happen?
Right.
Like, what are you talking about?
True.
And now I fully grasp the unforeseen. So
unforeseen circumstances feels like something I'd say, and you'd look at me and be like, come on.
Yeah, I'm a little guarded, but I'm guarded now. I'm a little nervous.
Who would you guard?
In what sport?
You have to guard you have to guard second base from a base stealer.
That's awesome.
I was gonna say a wide
fun.
receiver,
I'd do that.
but I'm wondering where your NFL wide receiver knowledge is at.
Probably not there, and I'm not going to be able to guard anyone.
Right. Do you remember we played this game with our friend Ed once?
I couldn't guard a high school receiver right now.
One time, well, that's the fun of the game.
Middle school,
That's
I
the
think,
fun of
has
the
me
game.
beat.
BBD, you'll like this.
They run one deep route. I'm winded. Then they just beat me.
I think we were at our buddy's house. This is years ago. And we were just doing this dumb dude conversation that was like, if you had to try to play one-on-one versus any NBA player, who would it be? And, you go through this litany of
Life on the line.
You go through this litany of tall guys that you think maybe they're just not coordinated enough or you could bother them. There's obviously no actual chance. These guys are incredible. So all of us were going through that. I think like Steve Novak was okay. And it was like, I don't know, like, is he that quick? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, Novak's probably the worst because he could just make every shot.
He's going to just hit a three over.
One of our buddies, so we're having this dumb conversation. One of our buddies, and this was when he was in his prime MVP. One of our buddies goes, I want Derrick Rose. And we're like, what? He's like, I just think I got him. And we're like, what are you talking about? That'd be the worst pick.
Not gonna happen. The chat's already doing gender guesses, so I hid the chat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So if we splice this up into just one video on the channel afterwards, we can do it. There'll be two different sections. I'll announce what the parameters or whatever are, and then we'll start filling them out as we cover some other topics. and then Zach will
Fill
come
it out
in.
silence.
So here's what's happening, everyone. We are assigning genders to the months. Each of us are going to do it solo, separately. Fill out a sheet of paper that has the months on it. Yep. And then we're going to hand them to Zach, and then Zach's going to tell us how many of the 12 we were all three aligned on. Now, Jake, I kind of told BBD this. This is something that I've had in my head
Long time.
for like a decade.
Yeah.
Like, personification is how I live my life. I was telling them outside, like, you point out a fire hydrant and I'll give it a personality and an age, and like that's just how my brain works. So
Sure.
I think I get it from my grandpa. Like, everything becomes a human in my head, which is, I think, where a lot of the humor between us comes from, is we just give everything personalities on our own. So I'm not too concerned about you guys having different than me.
Right.
Because as I've thought through this, and I'm like, fuck, I have some deep storylines and like things attached to these. I've had them for more than a decade. I've just never spoken them out loud.
Yeah, and I think there's been an evolution of this where it was, when we originally talked about this, we thought it was going to be a mystery reveal by Zach and kind of more like, what? And then I think it's developed into you need somewhere to empty your thoughts on how passionate you are about these months, and that's fine.
I'm interested to see your reaction.
Because before that, we were also saying like that these were going to define, like 2 of 3 meant the month was going to be female or male, and you came with a firm, you're very attached to your male and female months already, that you said you will not be changed.
Yeah.
It's not a discussion.
Yeah,
for
I don't
you.
care. You're not
Like you made it. You're making sure that it's clear. There's not like winners. Here.
Like
for me.
What's an
Like
example?
we want to find out what we agree on, but we don't.
What's
but
an
it's
example
not
of a
win.
name that goes both ways?
Sam, Alex.
Alex. Like,
Oh, and I should say this. Like, obviously the months are named after people.
right.
I'm not taking that into account at all.
I partially am. I think that
I mean,
encompasses
it
the
factors
month.
in.
Yeah, but there would be
Is
people that are like, well, July is named after, and August is named after people.
Sure.
So that's not part of my brain at all.
Caesar and Augustus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For looking for the names.
Okay, I'm gonna fill this out casually because I have 8 of 12.
Locked.
Like I have.
Storylines.
Yeah.
It's
They've
been on your
intermingling.
mind.
So, but we're just writing male or female.
I'll try not
here.
to fill mine out while you're filling yours out.
So, don't sneak peeks at mine, Jake.
Keep it off
I won't.
the screen.
We had a big announcement that we have.
Although I don't talk about how good my vision is a lot.
We had an announcement about how we got funded. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we did. JJR people, you guys are the real ones. You know that. We try to leak out what information we can to you guys. And if you didn't read the Sports Business Journal article, go check it out. It's not behind a paywall. It's behind an email wall, which I guess is a form of currency.
It
Whoa.
does look like a paywall.
It looks
if you're
like a
looking at it.
paywall,
I
if
get
we're
why
being
people
Emails
say
are definitely a form of currency.
Right?
Yeah.
Make a dummy email.
So it's a good read. Well, you got to confirm it, BBD, and we like the Sports Business Journal. So,
Don't make a dummy
as
email.
we kind of told you, we got an investment last year that was pretty cool and had some important, cool people tied to it. Some of them are now named in the article: Eli Roth, Patrick Schwarzenegger. There's an interesting mix of business people, non-business people. And now we've got also some athletes in the mix. Ian Happ. I think a couple more will probably reveal themselves as we go. And then that group had an option tied to it that recently kicked into gear. So that's what kind of made it this large option. They get, Business 101. They own a percentage of the company. And we're excited to grow with them. They've been really helpful. A lot of you guys know the Game Show Network drama. Those are the people that were so helpful with us getting connected.
You had 2 separate people reach
people.
out to the head of Sony immediately.
So it's pretty cool. And again, a lot of it started with Talking Yanks. A lot of you people are diehards that have been baseball, JJR, laughs from the past, all of our good stuff. So thank you guys. And it was cool getting all that love.
I know I appreciated it. I didn't realize it was gonna, like, the announcement for us. This has been 2 years now in the works,
Right.
and happening.
Right.
Actually, we knew that this was going to happen a year ago.
Yeah.
November of 19, we knew that this was happening.
The deal that we had set up with our investors,
well, yeah.
the follow-up option was we essentially knew what we were going to do was going to be worthwhile
not
for
a
them. So
surprise or anything. But there's so many people, and this is not speaking to the Jomboy and Jake Radio crowd at all, because I think you guys know where we are and what we're building and what we have accomplished. But there's so many people that know Jake and I personally that have no idea this is like a full-time job.
Yeah.
One, B, very successful. C, very promising to be incredibly more successful. So it was cool. And I've been talking about changing the narrative forever and like letting people know who we are and that, like, we're actually, 20 people on staff. And I think we have an announcement tomorrow that's really fun on Talking Baseball. Tune in. We have more announcements coming. Dude, and hopefully next year at this time, the article that just gets written again, but much, much, much bigger. And we're kind of on path for that as well. So...
yeah, and that's
a lot of people have said that we're millionaires, Jake.
Yes.
A lot of people reached out to me and say, how much did you get to keep of that? And that's hilarious to me.
Yeah, and Jim, I think we need to be respectful because we're not a math pod.
Yeah.
So our listeners, we shouldn't put that expectation on them. But even if you think it works that Jimmy and I got $1 million to split up, we still would not be millionaires. B, that's quick. That's some quick math.
Quick math. Someone was like, you guys are both millionaires now. I'm like, well.
And yeah, all of that goes into making the business bigger and better. So
the company got $1 million. Jake and I are still salaried employees.
Cameo's open. By the way, we haven't been the biggest Cameo fans.
I'm out. I'm not on it anymore. Or I'm paused. I paused during the season.
You do like pauses for a couple months at a time.
I do holiday season.
Valentine's Day was a blast.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, I did holiday season.
Oh, Cameo is a good.
Because I was broke. Remember, I was broke. How broke I was?
That's why we signed up.
I needed to turn Cameo on to be able to buy some presents for my relatives.
Yeah.
Katie was like, turn it on. And I enjoy doing it. I get a lot of anxiety about it not being worth people's money or not actually giving them enough. So I think mine's off right now.
I've kind of landed in this range of just passionate 2-minute videos. That can kind of lead you any direction, and I've gotten
Whatever
good feedback so far.
out.
Yeah.
And I just like being a part of people's Valentine's Day. A lot of threesome jokes.
That is cool.
A lot of threesome jokes.
Did you fill yours out? Fill yours out.
I did not. Am I using this pen?
You can use this one or that one, whatever you want. Yeah, so thank you very much. The announcement was cool.
And this doesn't have to be balanced. Like, we're not doing 6 and 6. It's whatever.
Whatever.
There's no rules here.
No rules. No other rules.
I was shocked at how the pendulum fell for me balance-wise. Because
You were shocked.
The first time I did it,
I was a little surprised.
with myself
Yeah, I was a little surprised.
How I balanced or didn't balance it.
Yeah. Yes. So what the funding got announced.
Did you write out the whole word? Did you do MF?
I wrote it out.
I wrote it out as
Made
well.
it easier.
Okay. You guys
Your handwriting
know my
sucks,
handwriting ordeal.
Trying to make it easier for Zach.
I write in all caps if that's helpful for you.
I wrote in all caps as well. All right, we did first day of pitchers and catchers. We did the funding announcement. More announcements to come. And we just hired 5 new people. So
Got a lot of editors coming in. We're gonna be churning, baby.
Tied in. Those are tied into the announcements coming.
if you count Sam,
We'll be churning,
that's a new hire.
Sure.
That's 6, and then the new position that we're rounding out. Yeah, we got and Courtney.
Doodles.
Shit. I think in 2021 we're about to hire our
the new
8th.
year.
We have 5, 6. We have 7 already accepted offers, and we're searching for an 8th, and then hiring we'll put on pause.
Yeah.
Probably not.
That's crazy. That's like doubling
Be
the
like-
company, I think, real quick. Or
big.
not fully doubling, but
added half, like 30,
Yeah.
a third of the company
yeah.
was hired since the new year.
And that's
Half pod.
cool. Yeah, Sam runs our Patreon. Sam has been fantastic. She's also helping Jake and I organize our days and scheduling meetings and stuff.
Sam is awesome in the chat, and I normally would agree, but
you're mad at her right now?
She gave me some guffaw before.
Oh, wow.
So
what'd she say?
Currently beefing. I forget, so I'm over it. But no, Sam's fantastic.
Okay.
She's a day one talking Yanks type stuff, and she's been good.
We just shared a story of...
She said the only company she would have moved to New York City for was us. And I was like, wow.
That's cool.
That's like really nice.
Well, I think almost every employee quit a job or moved.
Right.
Zach was in Philly.
Don't mention Zach right now.
BBD was in Pennsylvania. Well, kinda.
I was
kinda
technically sort of Philly. I was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which I think people will be mad if I include that in Philly, but I went to school in Philly, was staying.
But majority of everyone that joined
my family was here.
Quit or moved to join, which is why I think our culture is so awesome, because everyone wants to be here right now and then works really hard because they're happy to be here. It's kind of a very cool thing we've built. I also think that
first time it's like a lot of people that also like weren't in the mix already a little bit, which is exciting.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Zach and I were in the mix on stuff before.
Yeah.
Keith was in the mix for a while.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, Kyle and Dan are always on Twitter and stuff.
Holy gabagool.
It's exciting. That's what I've been saying that a lot lately is I don't even know. I don't know where I'm going. I mean, a lot of people are happy to be here, but there's a lot where like, yeah, it's a really fun job, but I would hope that people have come on and worked, you ask BBD about this, and then they see it's fun, but also Jake and I work ethic is insane, and I think it trickles down that way.
Like not in the don't take this the wrong way.
Whoa.
Love it here, all that, thankful for everything. It feels more like a job than people might think.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Like, it's not like we're just sit around on the couches and joke around.
It's not just I have fun doing everything. It's not like
no. People have asked us like, what's the environment in the office? I said, well, the office is really small, and Jake and I are in the studio 50% of the time, so it's kind of quiet out there.
It's a strike on your record, David.
Ooh, tough. Fold yours up like this.
Should I deliver to Zach?
Yeah, we'll deliver these to Zach.
Z-Man.
He'll gather thoughts and then come in with the presentation for us.
I probably have to put my name on it.
Yes.
I was never good at that.
I cut my finger really bad over the weekend. That's something I have on the banter.
That? What's that about? Not coming through great on the camera, but...
Yeah, not coming through great. I was... so Katie and I go buy these soups. At the what's it called when they sell fruits and vegetables? Farmers market. We buy these soups. They come frozen. And I was trying to scrape the frozen soup out of the containers to get into the pot. So I was stabbing the frozen soup.
Ooh.
And then I was going around the rim to unfreeze it from the side. And then I stabbed down. It went through the side of the plastic container and like deep. Like I didn't just cut the skin. I got some nerves or something. It's hard as a rock now. It was bad. It bled for like a full day and a half. I'm still struggling with it. It's a pointer finger.
Yeah, it's
typing
a big one.
finger.
It's a big finger.
It's a big finger to cut. Actually,
Zach is wondering when he should come in. He's listening.
As soon as he has his full thoughts.
As soon as he's ready.
Yeah, collect your thoughts, collect the data.
Yeah. So I wrote down, I've been keeping track of my days, like I told you guys 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I have, I'm really excited about it. Last like 3 weeks, I have bullet points at the end of every night, recap exactly what I did. I wrote down the day I cut my finger so I can see how long it took me to heal. Okay. For you, it'd be like 2 years.
Yeah, there's not big enough journals for that, unfortunately. If you're new to the show, I don't heal. Speaking of that.
Oh, if I can circle back on something real quick. Someone mentioned I should rep some Lancaster Barnstormers gear, which is the minor league team near their independent league. I found out very recently that during the year I was there, Jonathan Albaladejo was pitching there, and I'm retroactively mad I never considered going.
You know Mac is from Lancaster?
Yeah, we discussed that when you got him. But
yeah. You were born
couple things.
an
a lot of
Amish
dogs
boy.
out there.
Your cutting story there.
Yeah, I like it.
I was reminded of this the other day I was talking to my friend Pete, who was congratulating on the Rays. Nice guy, Pete. And we were talking about one of our mutual friends, Kyle, good friend of mine, childhood friend. And he was talking about the first time he met Kyle. We went to a party. You may have been at this party. It was in the Berry. And we shotgunned. We were like shotgunning for almost the first time. And Kyle held the beer in his hand and had a knife and stabbed right through and cut his hand. Really dumb in hindsight.
Do you remember when we were breaking bottles at Jared Speaker's house and I cut myself? I bled in the sink.
Yeah.
That was bad. So we have Zach. Do we have a mic that can he use your mic?
Quick, yeah.
Yeah.
Come here.
Get real close
Yeah.
over there.
Okay, we have the official results of the assign. Now, how many of the 12, Zach, is there a consensus? 3 for 3, same gender.
If you think Zach has those analytics ready to go, you're out of your mind.
Went really fast.
I think we're going to find out along the way. I think we need to find out as we go.
We will have something. We will have some that are the same.
Okay.
across the-
Let's start at the top.
Let's start at the top. All right. Assigning the month's genders. January. Zach, what are the results?
January has Jimmy with female and Jake with female, but toss up, changing it up, BBD male.
Okay.
David, do you want to explain yourself?
So January was the hardest month for
Okay.
me here.
Me as well. I could
Okay.
be very wishy-washy. I don't have much on
Interesting.
January.
If you want, what ultimately got me there, I've been thinking about if there were a person, and I remembered that January Jones is an actress.
Very beautiful.
And yeah.
Apparently tough to
and
work
she's
with.
a woman.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
that is what threw a big wrench in it for me. I ultimately,
Jan is a female name.
yes, but there's also men named Jan, usually.
Jan.
Jan.
It's usually Jan.
That's in
And,
Nordic countries.
So that's not what factored into it for me. It's more about there was the Auntie Donna sketch where the guy is named
Janiel.
January and Janiel.
Okay.
Wow.
And ever since I saw
Okay.
that, I can't think. I think of January as a man's name now.
Now, Jake, did you have any?
And the vibes.
Did you have any firm realizations or anything when you were assigning January gender?
I do, but I think I need to save them for later.
Okay.
Because they're connected to other months.
Okay. February.
February has Jimmy with male, Jake with male, and BBD as female.
Wow.
Okay, David.
Okay, so that one really shocks me from you guys.
Okay.
If this was like the second you told me we were doing this, I was like, February's female.
Yeah.
Really?
That was like
Yeah.
the second.
That was a
the
instant
second you
from
guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second you came to me with this
Do you have a reasoning?
starts with FE.
Okay. I love
Oh,
that.
wow. Yeah, wow.
That works.
Yeah.
And like, okay, this isn't the game, but February's color is pink, which is a different conversation.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know the
colors
official
of the
colors.
month.
Yeah,
month.
yeah. This is the same game, kind of, but
Okay.
February's color in my brain is
Okay.
pink.
That's October, right?
Because
Breast
October,
cancer.
breast cancer
Yeah,
awareness,
well,
everything
Valentine's Day is in the month.
Yeah. Okay.
February
And
sucks. February is the worst month. It's short for a reason. People want to get it over with.
Oh,
And
I
the
agree
weather's
it's the
bad.
worst.
There's no sports. I'm not going to give that a female month. If anything's going to get a shitty month for me, that's male. So that's my reasoning there.
I'm kind of in a
You're
nearly
lockstep?
similar place with you. I think it goes down as the worst male month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the worst month, period.
tough.
I feel bad today's her birthday, but I had a friend in college. Her birthday's in February, and she tried to like tell me February's a good month. I was like, it is
My
the
birthday's in
worst
February.
month. Yeah, your birthday's
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she we didn't talk for a week. She got mad at me for saying February's a really bad month. And that's when your birthday
no.
is.
I mean, my birthday's in February. February's nothing's happening. There's nothing to be excited about in February.
It's just cold.
Yeah. It's
It's the snowstorms you don't want anymore.
Yeah, it's brutal. Okay. January, February, March. This should be consensus.
Yeah, March you'll
Yeah.
be happy to hear is male across the board.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
I
a
mean,
no-brainer.
soldiers marching. Yeah. I mean, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
kind of.
very
It
happy.
doesn't need to be explained.
Yeah.
March is male, and you kind of need to know that.
Yeah. Okay. April.
April, I think you would also expect is female across the
Yeah.
board.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
flowers are blooming. The weather's getting
And
nicer. It's
I
a
had
little
lit-
softer.
I had a little back and forth, but it ultimately was
And
female.
I do think it needs to be said, Jim. I know you're saying you're not attached to the names for the gender part of it, but there is.
April. It was also
and April
April's
is
a woman's name.
April flowers are
That's what I'm saying.
blooming.
That's what I said.
Yeah, no.
Everything's getting softer and prettier and nicer.
I think
more
that's,
colorful.
I think that's why the female name April developed.
Yeah, because it's a pretty time of year.
April is a female month.
Yeah, which brings us to May.
Which I think we're seeing a theme with springtime is also female across the board.
Yeah. And I think that's the same exact reason.
May is a woman's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got tricky for me because I
I
know
had a little back and forth again too.
I know a girl whose name is April May.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Same girl.
that's tough. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, making sure.
I don't know her. I did a
You
wedding.
separately knew April Mays.
Oh, I don't know his April May. I did a wedding for a girl that was
Separate
named
April
April
Mays.
May.
They are separate April Mays.
Yes.
And that's funny.
Does she spell it M-A-E though?
No.
Okay, cool. Cool.
If you're leaning into the April May name, you can't give the kid an M-A-E May.
Okay.
I agree.
Next up, June.
June.
June is a 2 versus 1 situation. Do you want to guess who is the odd one out and what that is?
Guess the imposter.
Real quick.
Me?
Yeah.
Am I the odd one out?
Did you go female?
Yes.
Yeah. Then you
Yeah.
are.
No.
Wow.
Jake is the odd one out.
Yeah.
Male.
Female June.
This is
Same exact
your
thing as
first
April and May.
disagreement, right?
Yeah.
Same.
Same exact thing, April, May, and June. Like the same
Ooh.
exact thing.
See, I think June's a much different vibe than those two. I think April.
I agreed on June's vibe, but June being a women's name threw me a lot.
I have no qualms with it.
Yeah.
And we'll get
I
there.
just will
It'll make
say,
more
I
sense.
think June, and I kind of found this as I got into a rhythm with the months. There's almost this preparing for what's next. And I think June has that. Like June, you are on deck for July and August. I think June sets up those months. And I kind of have this weird June is like a dad packing the car. Like I'm
not seeing that.
Well, I have June as preparing for what's next with July and August, and that's why it was female for me. My mom did a lot of the packing the car because she likes to have it.
Okay.
Okay, I got to skip
Interesting.
forward to July. Where are we at with July? This is where my brain starts really turning.
Yeah.
I dropped this on Katie last night. She just looked at me like I was an insane person.
Heavy.
Well, you and BBD agree on July.
Yes.
You both have male.
Yes.
Jake is the odd one out with female.
Okay, now, will you guys agree with me that June and July are definitely related?
Yeah.
Because I have them as
Yes.
twins, and July is the unruly brother of June.
I want to time out.
Okay.
You can't lump April, May, and June like you did, and then come out and say June and July are twins.
brothers.
That's for the same reason, just like June is a female name.
I don't know.
But June and July are the
Yellow
summer
flag.
twins. And June eases you into summer. And it's kind of like, yeah, we're still pretty and like the flowers are growing. July comes and now it's just partying and sweating and kind of like things are getting out of hand. July is June's unruly twin brother. That's something that's been in my brain since I was like 12 years old. And I dropped this on Katie and she was like, what? Like,
I see
why
what
would
you're
the
saying.
months be twins?
Also, my birthday's in July, so it's a male month.
I'm almost reverse on that, where I again kind of like I said, I've got like this dad in June. He's kind of frantically packing the car. There's a summer ahead of us, and then July is like enjoying the fruits of that, and it's beautiful. There's flowing skirts, and it's the pinnacle of summer.
Oh, you don't. I think June is jealous of July, like the female twin's jealous of her brother who gets all the attention. Like July has July 4th. July has like the really good weather. The beaches really start opening. June's like I'm
July's
I'm here too.
technically it's the first like full summer month, and it's like jealous. That's like summer starts with me, man.
Yeah.
We're saying the same thing, but it's different scopes.
Well,
It's
that's the same thing happened in
July
June.
being the fruits of the labor, I think, speaks more to the female and beautiful and experiencing it.
Yeah. Okay. What about August?
August, Jimmy with male, Jake with female, BBD with male. Jake continues to be different.
No, it's along the same thing. I know where Jimmy's gonna go. August is his least favorite month.
August is like a high school punk dickhead kid.
Second worst to February.
Fuck August.
But
Yeah.
it's the shitty guy.
August blows, man.
I understand. I've got a little bit of the female name in there.
August is like the June and July's teenage brother who's
August
getting
is
into
a male
mischief,
name.
like
If
causing
you're
problems.
going Greek BBD, but I know.
and I like know guys named August.
I know ladies named August.
Yeah, I know ladies named August. I don't know guys. But
At
whatever.
least,
It's not.
yeah.
Okay.
I guess it could go
2
either
kids
way
from
with
when I
it.
was young.
I didn't feel strongly on it.
Okay.
I get it. I kind of felt like summer was rolling in, and maybe that woman wearing that nice summer dress in July and was spinning and dancing, she's
Okay.
now in August and she's a little worn out.
Now we get to the Burrs,
Yeah.
which I have in my head as the royal family of the months.
Interesting.
I was.
And
It's a way to look at it.
And
for
I
sure.
can't shake that. They're like the face cards of the deck of cards.
I do
like
like that. I was thinking, as you started saying that, I started bringing my brain. They're like the Gronks.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, so
A
what do
different
you
royal
have
family.
for September?
That's BBD's,
I don't
that's who BBD knows as the royal family.
Yeah, that's his royal
the
family.
Gronkowskis.
Just they're the guys,
Okay.
but also they're not all male on my list. I know I didn't have them that way.
Okay.
Well, we shouldn't have any problem with September. Everyone had female.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's obvious.
The weather softens up again. You're
Yeah.
out of the shithole dickhead August month.
September is probably the best overall climate month.
I got to tell you
Yeah,
what.
September's a great month.
Was
You
I a
for
little
sure can wear shorts the whole time.
Was I a little shocked when July, August, and September were all female for me? Yes, but I think it was a little look inside, and I liked it.
Okay. I agree. September is the princess of the Burrs.
Yeah.
October is male, or did BBD get it wrong?
There's no way BBD got October wrong.
October is male everywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's like claps
Yeah.
to us. I mean, October
We
is...
would have had to end the show.
That would have been a big fight.
We would have had to end the show.
I had a
October...
little panic attack that I might have went different. I
No,
didn't
he's the
think I
prince of
did.
the Burrs, and you want to be the prince. That's the best place to be in the royal family.
Young prince.
The young prince is the best role in the royal family. October is the prince. I mean, October's the best month of the year. I know Jake and I agree on that.
Yeah.
The weather's getting better. Sports are getting amazing. Holiday season is starting to kick in. October's the best.
I mean, just the mix of pumpkins and everything.
Yeah.
With agreeing on the first two of the Burrs here, who
Yeah.
do you think switches it up when we get to November?
Well, Jake's
David.
been off.
It's
Jake
David.
has been off. You're confident that you're the same as Jimmy, is what you're saying.
I think so.
What did you say, Jake?
Okay, Jerry. Yeah, Zach watched way too much.
I missed
Too much
baggage.
baggage.
Yeah.
I said male, right?
You said male.
Okay.
Yeah, no, November's the queen.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's the female.
BBD and Jimmy
No.
had female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
November is the queen of the Burrs. And November is female. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that feels borderline offensive, if I'm being honest.
I mean, offensive to who?
The queen.
Well, I mean,
You're kind of saying that
I didn't
November
invent
is a
monarchies.
secondary.
Moreover,
It seems like you did invent monarchies, and I'm gonna have to research.
I
that.
did not invent them. No.
I just think that's a shot fired at November that I don't think it needed. I think November does its own dance. See, I guess this is where your monarchy kicks in here.
Yeah.
I don't have November and December as a royal family,
You don't have to, but I do.
and I think that's where my separation is correct. That November is its own entity. Like, I'll say this, and I guess this is where I got offended. November's kind of a knockoff December. Like November wants to
not
be
even-
November wants to be December so bad.
I think
there's a bit of
November. I think November's not a knockoff. It's a supporting act. Like December can't exist without November, and November's whole role is to kind of like protect and like nurture in December.
I just don't think so. I think December's got its own thing going so strong that, December
November's strong. Like
Dece-
she's a strong queen.
strong.
December changes its hair, and then a couple weeks later, November does the same thing. It's like, no, I didn't even see that.
and I mean, separately of the Burrs being the royal family, I thought of November as kind of the queen month.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
That might be because it's also my mom's birthday month.
that
She's
adds
your-
up.
she's
Also,
your
my
queen.
mom's birthday month.
Okay. Seeing some brainwashing there.
And then December, I have male,
male.
the king
Yeah.
of the months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the same.
It's the most male.
It's the end game. You got to get, till you start over again. So, wow. So wait,
Like, male is the guy that you...
was I ever left out?
Were you the
Were
one?
you? I don't think you were ever the one. It was only ever BBD and Jake. More so Jake.
Yeah.
If you want
Yeah.
some other final results, there were 6 months where you guys were all in agreement.
That's pretty
So
good.
6 sweeps is impressive.
6 sweeps is great.
Yeah, 3-game sweeps.
6 sweeps is impressive.
I think each of you evenly distributed males.
I was
and
pretty
females.
shocked that I went
Yeah.
6 and 6.
I was 6 and 6.
Yeah,
think
I was
yeah,
pretty
I
shocked.
think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, I'm just glad I could finally get the twins. How June, July, and August
Yeah,
are
6
all
and 6.
siblings, twins, and then a dickhead older brother, and then it kicks it to the royal family.
Can I tell you?
Because that's been a part of my way I look at the months since I was like in middle school, and I'm glad that it exists.
I
now.
think you need to make a whole royal courtyard where you can start to link it all together. You can have
like August can be the second prince that like the family's like this kid sucks.
ooh, okay.
And then
Cousin.
June and July are like the twins that came afterwards that everyone loves. They're like the fresh little young darlings.
I think I might go.
Even though July gets into
July's
mischief,
a little bit
people
of an
love him.
asshole, but
Yeah.
he means well.
I would almost flip the princes. I would have August being the lead prince, but everyone's like, "Oh, they suck." And then the young
I
prince
wish June and July
then turns into September. June and July you have as like cousins.
I just did the whole thing in my head. It's perfect. Can I tell you?
Please.
Okay, obviously December's the king, November's the queen.
Right.
October's the prince. September is his princess. So he's son number 1, and she married him, right? August is the second in line to the throne, dickhead prince, always getting in trouble. He's causing a lot of problems. Then you have the twins, who are the younger kids.
Okay.
There's no, they're going to be dukes or duchesses somewhere, but people like them, right? March is kind of the adopted son who's like a mercenary for the family and just goes to war.
He was received in like a trade.
A
noble trade.
Yes, a noble trade. January and February are the
But he's good.
mean grandparents.
Ooh,
January and
okay.
February are the mean grandparents.
Interesting.
They
Wow.
are mean.
Well, I got a whole fucking character there.
I'm glad we did that. I'm glad we got that for you.
That's awesome.
Beautiful. Thank you, Zach.
Welcome. If you ever need me again.
You in host mode. That was special
I
for
liked
a minute
that.
there. You knew you were walking me into a buzzsaw, and I like that, Zach.
Like, I
knew where you
the-
when you said that so confidently. I knew where I was ending up. So you're good.
Can I have those? I want to see. I want to
Okay.
run my own analytics a little bit.
Okay.
I'm so happy right now.
Huge. You were so close that it was.
And all your talk about not caring who wins, you
yeah.
12 for 12.
I'm surprised.
That's when you start. That's when you win.
I'm surprised I always had a pair.
Yeah, that was beautiful. With how many, because you already had months being 6 family members, I'm surprised you just never tried to close the circle on that.
Yeah, I never did. Yeah.
But that's why we do this.
Man,
Good exercise.
that's really good.
Good exercise. BBD.
People are one.
No one tried to disagree with me in the comments or anything because I'm locked in.
Everybody's locked in as
Like
ever.
that dynamic that I just built is vaulted. I'll tell my kids, they'll tell their kids.
Yeah.
My lineage will know the months as a royal family for all time.
Get a shit kid.
August. You're named after August. Just start calling him August.
Not to completely change the subject, but I want to make sure people are wondering, or want us to discuss what happened to BJ Wex from last week.
He passed away, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
We don't have to fully do it.
R.I.P.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't know that BJ Wex actually existed, but he passed away, and that's sad.
I mean, I'd personally R.I.P. BJ Wex. Think about you. I've accepted a victory in the alphabet draft, so I want to thank.
I think you've
people.
won.
Yeah, I want to thank the
I
people.
think it comes out. I think I was a pretty consensus 2.
Okay.
From like the
BBD's
response.
taking.
People either
consensus
think
too
Jake
from you.
lost or won, and people either think you lost or won, and you were getting the most.
Yeah.
Well,
I see what you're
depends
saying.
on,
Got
it
the most
depends on how you
lukewarm
view it, because a lot of
reaction.
people are like, Jimmy drafted the Harlem Globetrotter.
Right.
Jimmy drafted the the Nets. Like,
the
and
Nets.
that's how I wasn't drafting for unity. I was drafting for like fantasy sports. No one cares how they work together. You're just getting their stat lines.
Right.
I was drafting fantasy sports. You guys are drafting real teams. So a lot of the reviews on my team I ultimately agree with. Like, everyone agreed my team would sell tickets,
I think that's where
which means I did great.
Your team would sell tickets. I still think
Your
Farty,
team is the first one you'd go with. And
Farty,
it became a
I
2K,
still have
but-
Farty winning the fantasy. I think Farty's more complete. Like, your team clearly wins home runs and stolen bases, but they lost batting average. They lost
at the
runs.
end of
they
the
lost
day.
OBP.
It would have been real cool if you got P instead of F. I think that would have
I considered
Could
that.
have gotten Party.
I considered that.
Yeah.
I kind of use F was a defensive play because I think it had a lot of the same aspects of B, and that's kind of what I was playing off of.
A lot of
that
the
was
comments were
reflected.
saying, like, how did M not get drafted? And because N got taken, so as when people see it, they're like, well, they're kind of the same, very similar.
Yeah.
And then L, I was
I'm
going to
not
take
team.
L. I was going to take L at the end, but I saw W, and I was like, well, that's the only one that's multiple syllables. And so
L,
I
I think
L was strong.
there
I
was
think.
some high risk in getting the L. I think that could have been thrown out there.
If you're taking the L.
I think the other thing is, you need star players. You need guys that help them out. And I think the L.
Zach!
I think the L was just the weakest of the R and some of the other pristine letters out there.
The letters that do what L does, there were other options that.
And now that we're
post.
post, R was a good pick. I just was.
Thank you. You came at me for R a little bit.
Well, I was trying to win some points.
Right.
Yeah.
You got
R was
you
a
got
great
R in the fifth.
R was a good. Yeah, R was a great fifth.
Yeah,
round.
yeah, it was a great. I believe I said at the time that's especially for value.
I originally said rolling the R, which is probably one of the coolest things any letter could do. And
Well, I
Jim
had a
came
good
on the defensive.
I had a
at
good
that
counter
point,
to that. I had a good
saying,
counter to that.
I
Americans.
disagree.
Yeah. Zach, you didn't actually.
So we
have
had
to do
fun.
it.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Well, send in more ideas like that if
Yeah.
you want.
And we
'Cause I
like-
think
we
I'm
already-
fresh out now.
Yeah.
Well, people after this they want a month draft, which I think is fair. Not today, but that can just.
What
be,
would you do? Starting 3?
I don't think it's even a starting 3. I think it's because there's 3 of us that divides by 3. We see who ends up with the 4. With
You'd get
whose
4
group of
months.
4 you snake drafted. I think.
We all just kind of ran through it, unfortunately.
Yeah, we
I
all
feel
know.
like.
We all
I think
know.
we know
Thanks,
where we stand.
we
and
all
who's
know
gonna
exactly
want
where
what.
each other stand.
Don't do
Yes,
that.
I kind of wish. Yeah, if we had thought about that, in
can
hindsight
do
done
others.
that this week and done this next week, then we could have done both for sure.
Like, whoever gets the 3rd pick,
The 3-4 turnaround, I think
I
is gonna.
I think they lose. The 1-2 have so much more value to them, and then once you get
It's
past,
such a big drop off.
once you get past the 1-2, it's such a big drop off that no one's really eyeing the difference. The
I
rest
mean,
of the way.
in your
but I
head,
think the 1-2 guys are gonna end up.
Do you want to do this real quick?
End up with 11 and 12.
I don't think
and
so.
11 and 12 are
Let's
really
just do it.
bad.
It's going to take 2 seconds.
I mean,
yeah, there's not that many.
you're going to have a Tom Brady effect on October that you're not going to be able to get over. He's going to win.
Random number generator between 1 and 3. This will be the draft order. BBD, you're number 1. You're number 2. I'm number 3. Number 3 picks first. Number 1 picks second. So I'm first. You're second. You're third.
So I have the middle.
Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
It was completely random.
tell me when you actually open the random number simulator and we can look at it. But
Wow. Okay.
You know.
Well, we're not going to start off with such controversy.
yeah,
Do you want? Let's do it again.
I don't want it. I'm ready. I've already made my draft plan.
Okay. I'll take October. Number 1 pick.
Yeah. We're shocked.
I'm taking November.
Oh, no.
Oh wow.
BBD.
Wow.
It's the Queen month.
Interesting.
Okay. It's an angle.
This is now as 3. You're in a great spot. Now you get the 2 pick with the turnaround.
I'm taking September.
Yeah. That was kind of very shocking.
That was kind of there. September, and I think I'm going to take July.
Okay.
And then I will be taking June.
Interesting. And I will be taking, at this point, December.
Okay.
I'm getting the holidays.
Okay.
I get another one now. Ooh, this is now very interesting for me. Months. For some reason, I very much need
I
the
have
visual.
to Google it as well.
Yeah, I needed the Google here. Okay. June and July are taking. September's taken. October's taken. November and December is taken. What the fuck's left? January, February.
BBD just quit.
January, February, March, April. Okay, I will be taking May. You know what? I have 2 winter months on here. I need to get as close to a summer month as I can to balance it out.
Okay, I like that. I think Beefer.
Okay, so you just took May.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been writing these?
Yeah. Here, I'll put it on the big screen for everyone.
That would be awesome.
'Cause I need to. Okay, so I have November, June. You took May. October's taken. December's taken.
Yep.
So September's gone. July's gone.
Okay.
Okay.
Fantasy guy who's not keeping track of the picks.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have
There's
a pen.
5
I was looking for my
options.
pen
You got
this whole
5
time.
options here. You got January, February, you got April.
Give me April.
Okay.
I would have gone May here.
Yeah, I had.
there.
I was hoping those 2 picks that I was either gonna get May or March, so I'll be taking March.
And then
And you have a turnaround.
And then I'm
So
coming
I'm
back.
fucked. I got February.
Yeah,
God.
but I mean, again, Tom Brady effect a little bit. So it's January, February, and what's the other one?
August.
January, February, August. Oh, Jim, you hate August too. He could be playing you, BBD. So
Well,
follow,
I know
follow your heart.
I know exactly where I'm going, regardless of where.
Seems like I'm going January. New year, new me.
And especially between these 2, I'll gladly pick August. If I had the straight up choice between August and January, there was a chance of a sneak August pick.
Yeah, but you know
I
what?
tolerate warmth so
August
much more
is
than
a
I
30.
tolerate cold.
August is a 31, right?
It's a 31. You get.
So
an
I
extra
only have
day.
28 of January. You got 31 August days. So, you know what? I don't hate my draft.
Well, you have February.
No, I mean
Yeah, but I got October and I have Christmas and then I have May, which is the start of like the weather. Like we're about to hit May soon and it's going to be very nice.
December
like,
was
ooh.
a good pick.
Yeah.
December,
was
I
a
think
good
December
pick.
was the best value pick in the draft.
Thank you.
So that with the number 1 makes it
I
kind of
think if
tough.
there's an easy criticism to make, it is my November at 2 pick when December was there for the holidays.
Yeah,
You
But
also,
you get Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
there's days off in November.
like BBD.
My
get-
problem with your draft, BBD, is
it's the first
all,
month of
all
our
the all the
off-season.
pairings. You have June, I'd rather July. You have April, I'd rather May. You have August, I'd rather kill myself. So, and then
BBD.
November, October and December are the better versions. So you have like kind of
I
a
think
B
it ends up a
squad.
lot like my alphabet draft, where
Yeah,
everyone is content with this.
I think
I think
David,
Jake's putting up a fight.
I think we just critique the hell out of your team. David, your team should have landed at September, December with the first 2 picks.
Yeah,
Actually, no,
I think
I take it back.
I would've-
June's a great pick.
November.
November was a miss.
yeah, November's odd.
September, I believe, wasn't on the board for my second pick.
It was.
It
Oh
was?
no, not for your
No.
second pick. I
My
went
first pick,
October.
I think I would have, if I were to do it again immediately, I would either take December for the big time holidays there,
Yeah, you
or-
work like half of December, and then the other
or
half
I'd
when
have
you work,
taken
you're
September
like
because
mentally
of the
out.
weather.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have February, but I think
I
my
like-
first
I
2
do
are
like
so
my
big that
November
it
pick.
The
counters.
first 2 are strong.
Yeah,
That's the Nets.
no, because that actually plays. They
October's KD, December's Kyrie, May is Harden, and then February's like
they all balance each other out a little bit too. And I don't have any hot days, so I'm very happy about that.
with no summer. The only way to miss summer is to have summer.
Oh,
They say.
all right. So now we drafted it as well.
All right. Epic. Oh snap! That was lit. That's what I'd say.
Oh, snap. That was lit.
Do we have anything else?
We got another one to add to the soundboard. Did you see that?
What was it?
I haven't added it to this
Okay.
board yet, but you did give it to me. I can
Be good.
I can do a hold the phone up situation.
BBD, what's this note here? I found a guy with my name. Oh, I almost texted that to you,
Yeah.
but then I saw you already saw him. Another
Yeah.
baseball Twitter guy, David Mendelsohn. No H, though.
No H, which
Which,
we came to an agreement there because there's not enough of us for us to have infighting.
well, have you spoken with him?
We had a back and forth. We followed each other on everything last night.
I got mad at you when I found this guy.
got mad at me.
Yes.
It's tough.
Because I always misspell your name because I'm always like, there's an H floating around.
Yeah,
And then you're like, and you're always like, there's only one H, like, figure it out, Jimmy.
Yeah.
And then I see this David Mendelsohn pop up, H'less. And I'm like, what? It exists without it?
yeah,
it's
they're
easier?
out there.
Yeah.
There's dozens of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out there, and I was doing some digging. He does like a podcast, like
It's
a
a baseball
sports
guy.
podcast, and he like has interviews and stuff. He had an interview with Brandon Jacobs drop today.
So are
So
you,
it's like,
are
so
you gonna go on the show?
I started to feel like a little insecure because like, what if it really blows up? We pick him up one day, and all of a sudden I don't have the option of going by my real name anymore because he's using it. He's using our name.
I think he would probably go by Bigger Baby David.
Ooh, Jimmy. That's messed
I think
up.
I was looking at through his
Maybe his
pictures.
heart just broke.
That's messed up.
a little.
I just had him and BBD starting interchangeable lives.
Better.
Yeah.
Then you switch to Better
Jake
Baby
and I-
David.
Like I
Jake
want,
and I were talking about this a little bit pre-show.
you know, hopefully there's a day where
Should we get him on
this
JJR?
This guy makes sense to hire. I want him and David to live together, and I want them to just be completely interchangeable.
we have
Like,
we
if
have our
BBD's
show together that is when we both call each other David Mendelsohn.
If BBD,
Time.
like his friends invite him to like a birthday party one night, like I want the other David Mendelsohn to be an option.
Okay. Should we get him on JJR? Ask him about, if he holds any.
How he's feeling about it.
Yeah.
He was giving me some kind words because somebody accused
Who's
me.
older?
I believe he's older,
Okay.
just based on looking at profiles. We didn't get that far.
He's married and has a dog.
He's
as am
engaged.
I.
I don't believe he's married yet.
Okay. I was just talking in the future a little bit.
Bigger baby David.
It's funny, right?
So somebody accused me of like making another account just to help the race to 10K. It's like, now I'm not above that,
Sure.
but that's
You
not what
wish you-
happened here.
you-
This is bigger than that.
Wish you had that idea.
Yeah.
But did not.
I'm trying to find you in his conversation. I can't find it though. He replies a lot to people. I can't. I've just scrolled forever, and it was. I'm 4 hours ago.
You would be better served just going to my to my account, which is at BigBabyDavid _ by the way.
Had.
Wow, you're still 7.5.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty close to 7.6. If I do another campaign, the leggings are coming in hopefully today. Otherwise, the
So
leggings
he's
are
okay. So he
out
said,
of
"You
stock."
seem really cool. I'm looking past the H."
Yeah, which seemed uncalled.
He alphaed
for.
you instantly.
Yeah.
You were instantly.
Well, my job. Yeah.
He knew where this was building, and he came out with fire.
Yes.
So the Instagram pants thing. Do they make a male version or?
I looked up the sizing chart on it, and I think I got the right size. But technically, because it's like a women's pant, it's like an XL.
So it's a women's pant.
They're women's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I looked up like how wide the waist and length
Sure.
is. So I think the ones I'm getting are the right waist size, which is what I'm going for here because it's just for a picture.
Sure.
So it'll be a little bit short. I think it's gonna be some calf ankle exposure.
Those tan ankles you have.
Yeah, I'll probably be going sweatpants over them, a bigger
Okay.
pair, for the walk-in.
I mean, are you gonna be? Is that going on the internet?
I'll be tweeting it.
Okay.
It's for the race. If this doesn't
That's
get
a
me
big
to
step,
10K,
BBD.
Yeah.
If it doesn't get me to 10K, I don't know what
You
will.
start showing off body parts on the internet. Let me. There's very
Dude,
few.
somebody's like,
There's very few things I can speak well on.
I mean, somebody tweeted at me the second I made the proposal. I'm just like, there's a reversal of pronouns here.
You lost
I'd be in
me.
trouble if
I didn't
put
understand the part where you
Lost
said,
me. Yeah, you started going. I had no idea
yeah.
where the convo.
Somebody-
You made it
somebody
seem
said-
like we knew where the convo was going. And I had no idea.
Yeah, well, I was telling it to Zach, so I've had the conversation already yesterday.
Okay.
it was the part where you stopped saying words
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I got lost.
That's fair.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, just somebody when I put out that get me over 7.5 and whatever, I'll get the leggings. They were like, BBD's got a cake. And I got to see it in those leggings.
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
if there was a role reversal here,
You're entering a new
I'd
world.
be kind of
Yes.
ruined if
You're
I
slutting
threw
yourself
that
out.
But yeah, I know what I was asking for a little bit.
All right.
Speaking of being a slut, quick fashion update.
Fashion.
Got my major league outfit on for opening day. Closest I could get to Jake Taylor. Again, the fashion committee's been on a little hiatus, partially because of my fault.
I had a question about this.
Please.
My question was,
Yeah.
is this a costume for spring training, or is this fashion committee something you wear all the time? And when did you get that? Because it seems...
I've had this for years.
Oh, okay.
I've had this for years. Fashion
I got
committee.
April, which is 420, by the way. So that's funny.
Wow.
Weed guy. BBD.
And I got June, which has June 9th, 69.
So,
Ooh.
we put together that first fit with my fashion committee, and then we wanted shoes, and we talked about my dilemma with the Jordans a little bit, and it kind of all got convoluted with moving and stuff. So we kind of went on a little bit of a break. They know, where my fashion game lies. Like, they want me to be comfortable. They respect my needs. So, I originally put together this. I saw this the other day, and I was like, I kind of forgot I had it.
Yeah.
I think I've had this since, like, fat high school Jake. Like, this has made some rounds, I think.
Looks big on you.
Or maybe I got it a little later than that. It is a little big. And so where my brain first jumped was Savannah Bananas, because we're doing stuff with them, and I was like, okay, this could be good promotion, blah, 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 and that'll be coming. And I thought the Savannah Banana shirt we have under this would be a very southern hot day outfit.
That's a straw hat.
Holy.
That's a straw hat outfit.
So I thought about going that full route, and then I was like, okay, what pants would I wear with this? Because I think I used to have pants to this, but now I don't. So I was like, I don't know, I've got jeans, and then I was like, okay, what would this look like with jeans? And then my brain saw Jake Taylor in the lighter jacket, and I was like, opening day.
Your name's Jake.
My name is Jake.
You have knee problems.
Yeah. Point to the fence and bunt. Kind of a cocksucker at the end of the day. So that's kind of where I'm at with the fashion committee. We're lining some things up. We're working on fit 2, and I think we're gonna be full speed towards our second outfit.
I didn't know if this was an everyday outfit or a Jake Taylor costume. So that's where I was coming in. I don't want to yuck your yum with outfits.
This isn't an
Once you
everyday look.
threw the sunglasses on,
Yeah.
it became a look, and it works really well.
Tied
It's a
together.
play.
Without the sunglasses, it's confusing.
This is a baby step away from my signature look.
Yeah. But your signature look, the jacket you wear is like has that
More fitting, yeah.
snug fit where it looks
It's, a confident,
more confident. Yeah.
powerful businessman. But yeah, no, I mean, that's where, again, like, picture me being a hot guy, and if I rolled up in this in like a turtleneck, it's like, oh, like that's Tyler Wade stuff.
Someone asked us to gender the days of the week, and maybe that's next, JJR.
Days of the week, clothing items,
Just gendering everything.
turtleneck, draft everything. Okay.
Yeah. All right, that's your fashion update.
Yeah, well-dressed Wednesdays.
Well dressed Wednesdays. Same here. I got the
Not a math pod.
not a math.
We did it.
I always think about dressing up nice on Wednesdays because you dress up nice on Wednesdays, and then like out of context people that just see the clips,
Right.
it's very probably like that dude's, and that dude's just dressing like a slob. But then I'm like, I'd rather be comfortable.
Yeah,
Like, I'd
I
rather-
wouldn't say slob. I think a vibe we give off a lot of the time when it just comes to outfits is like he's doing a lot, he's not.
Yeah, someone did left the whole comment on Talking Yanks like, I believe in you guys, love you guys, but you're not going to go anywhere if you don't start dressing nicer and like wearing a suit jacket. And I was like, man, you are an old head.
You've been brainwashed.
Like, but I mean, even like modern media is canceling the suits and having to be presentable. Shit.
Draft the states. That'd be exhausting.
Or you
that would be
you cut it off,
and you'd have to like we each get one West, we each get one Central.
You get one in each.
You
region.
take the regions and you do one of each region.
Let's do that next week.
Okay,
I like that.
We can formalize the rules.
I like that a lot.
Wow.
And it can be. It doesn't have to be starting 5. I don't know how many regions there are. We need one in each region minimum.
We do Little League regions. We can figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll dip my brain into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll come with the structure and everything.
That. I like your regional play.
I'll give us all maps with regions, and we have to get one from each region.
There's going to be some value plays if you don't like.
And there's going to be, because you're going to need one in each region, but then you have others.
I like a starting 5.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
But there might be a region that you don't pick, you don't ever get one.
There's much. There's also so much to pick from, though. I don't know how many.
Well, no, I like starting 5 with the region rule.
So 5 regions. I have to figure out 5 regions.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying.
I was saying 3 regions. And you have to get one from each region.
Well, what are the
you could get screwed over.
There's more than 3 regions.
There's 4 regions minimum.
I have no qualms with that.
I think that's why I think it might have to get bumped to like a 7.
I mean, there's 7 regions according to like the census, and
there are like kind of somewhat formal regions.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, regions exist.
Like New England.
There's 7 of them. So I was saying we can do a starting 5. But 2 regions might get left off the board.
You know what? We're going to see those regions and say 2 are shit, and we'll make them 5.
Well, that eventually, not 2, but you would combine the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. That'd be and you just call that the Northeast.
You know a lot of companies do that?
What?
Combine the Northeast and, like, Northern Ohio, just because it's easier.
Yeah. Okay, we can... Because the West only has 2 states in it, according to the official regions.
Okay.
So you're right. We'll combine the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. We'll combine the Northwest and the West. I will hand out a map.
A West Coast region, a Midwest region, the South. And
Maybe I'll just make my own fucking regions.
Maybe make your own region.
Yeah. All right. Well, this will be next week. This will be next week.
I'd like pre-approval, though.
Because
I feel like you could make your whole draft.
No.
I know that's not who you are.
No. I will do it. And I'll bring it to you before next Wednesday.
Should we give it to a 4th party?
Should we let Zach define this?
Should we be?
Zach's been good at setting.
Part of me likes being surprised by the regions.
No, because I think it's better if we come in with a board and a strategy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the idea of us coming in with a board and strategy, and it turns out like one of the states isn't in a region that you thought it was, and it's like the surprise.
We'll figure it out because the regions they have are.
There is like defined regions you can get.
Oh, I like this map better. I just found a map with 5 regions on it.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I like this one.
Can I see it?
Yeah. I mean, we're doing too much talk about this one. It's next week's thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's the map.
Yeah.
That's like the map.
Can I see that?
BBD, you're going to like that map.
Yeah, that's the map.
Yeah, okay. I mean, the Southwest, there's... I'm not getting into strategy.
No. No.
Okay, so that's next week. Thanks,
everybody.
See you later. Goodbye. No, you know what we can do? We can do trivia.
Trivia.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's time for trivia. Now, Jake, my trivia question is basically Derek Dietrich got invited to Yankees camp.
Yes.
Do we not have a Slack channel for this show?
No.
All right. Fuck. Just going to send it to BBD then. Okay, so...
You have sent it to me.
Derek Dietrich got invited to Yankee spring training. Under the radar, no one had any thought. He's a lefty that mashes righties. The Yankees have forever wanted a lefty. I was just doing research for my own brain to have on this situation. Didn't think I would be going public with it anywhere. But then I was like, you know what? I'll turn this into my trivia question. It's very nuanced. And it doesn't matter at all. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Derek Dietrich, Jake.
Yes.
You tell me when you want me to put it on the screen for the people.
Yeah, after he guesses, I would say. or the question, if you have the question, you do now. From 2017 to 2019, Derek Dietrich hit 48 home runs in 397 games. These numbers don't really matter, but he hit 48 home runs in 397 games. A home run every 8.2 games.
3 years, 48 home runs.
On pace for 20 home run season, 19 home run season. I was looking up, if he had played all his games during this stretch at Yankee Stadium, how many more home runs would he have had in those 397 games?
First thing I did with Jay Bruce.
So he was playing 2 of those years, 17 and 18. He was in Miami, which is a big ballpark.
Right.
Then he went to Cincinnati. So how many do you think he would have had? He had 48. How many more do you think he would have had if he played all his games at Yankee Stadium in that stretch where he was hitting home runs?
Interesting. So, my initial thought process is that I like the question. Good job, Jim.
It was more for my personal interest.
Yeah.
I was just looking this up.
I think the number will be significant, but the part that's holding me back is that a significant amount of homers means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. I mean, if it's 5 more home runs, that changes the outlook of a career. I mean, 6 would be 2 more home runs a season. If you start getting into a 12 range, I mean, you're talking about, what's the math on that? 4 home runs a year?
Yeah,
4 times 3? Yeah. Math pod, all of a sudden. With that being said, I do think it's an impactful number. I think he has real power, and I think Yankee Stadium, can be a loophole in these kind of questions because it also doesn't necessarily translate ipso facto. Final guess is 10.
The answer to the question is 12.
Okay.
Which I'm glad your reasoning, I have it up here for you. I'm glad your reasoning said this. That is an impactful number.
Yeah.
That changes his pace from a 19 home run a season pace to a 26 home run a season pace.
So you're prorating it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and BBD did a lot of math together.
Gotcha.
We were doing it, then dividing
so these are the
162.
numbers that would change how much he would get in a
Right.
162
Yeah.
season.
There's a couple doubles here. These 2 on the fence, who knows? But I gave it
Yeah.
to him. So
No.
maybe 10 is the right answer
Right.
if I didn't count those. Listen, I don't think Derek Dietrich is sign him up to put him on the Yankees now because of this. I was just interested in this information. And then I was surprised that in 3 seasons, if he was at smaller ballparks, 12 home runs, like you said,
Big parks.
that's a lot to add on your season total.
Yeah.
Getting into the 4 or 5 range.
I mean, it really opened my eyes. I mean, everyone's talked about it with lefties forever in Yankee Stadium, but Didi was the one that, if you did Didi Gregorius, if he played his games at Fenway, which I don't know if you want to do that.
Yeah, I will do.
now
I
or
can do
next
that. I can do
week.
that right. No, I can do it right now.
In
It's quick.
Didi's peak with the Yankees, he was only pulling home runs. The stadium helped him. You know what? Like Didi Gregorius at Fenway Park might have been like an 11 home run guy. We'll find out those numbers coming up soon.
That one's actually much easier to do because you just look at his home runs, whereas for Dietrich, I had to look up
You had
all
to
his
look up the
doubles
doubles.
and
Yeah,
outs that went 300 feet in
Right.
the air. There's a lot of parameters. Where Didi, just looking at his home runs I'm doing 2017 to 2019.
2017, 2019.
This is his spray chart. And now we go. First, let's go to Yankee Stadium. They should all be mostly out. Yep. Now you wanted to go to Fenway.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's a lot right there.
I mean, yeah.
Is
Can you
that-
zoom
is
in
that
on that a
whole
little bit?
cluster?
I mean, where's the fence there?
Right here. So 1, 2. I mean,
That
all.
cluster, man.
That's a good amount. Let me take a screenshot of this.
I wonder if he snuck a couple down the line there.
That would have been
Yeah.
foul at the stadium,
Yeah.
but wrap around the pole. Probably a few.
Couple.
Yeah.
1 or 2.
I'll
There was
I'll slack
like
you
a
this.
playoff homer that went just foul. It might have been right before he hit the grand slam anyway against the Twins in 19.
Here, BBD.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
it was
slacking you this
I don't
image.
remember if that was that at bat, but he had at least one like that I do remember.
You can show the people now.
Yeah.
Image en route. Didi Gregorius' homer. Yeah, I don't.
Is Fenway the deepest right field?
I think by technicality, yes.
Yeah. No. Oh, hold on. That was Miami.
Yeah.
What's another big right field? San Francisco, or is that just right center?
Nah, I mean, that's got right center because they got the wall up. Yeah.
That.
No, I think it's Fenway. That fence shoots out.
Was it the Mets before they brought it in? Remember when they brought it?
Yeah.
Maybe it was that deep. He loses a ton at Fenway.
I mean, it turns into a completely different ball player. And I mean, maybe some of those are doubles if they're hard hit enough, but some are
But
outs.
home runs numbers, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, we're probably looking
And
at
the-
10 there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of balls
Over
that
the
were
course of
like,
only the
hit
3
kinda
seasons.
straight up.
Yeah.
I think they get caught there. You don't think he's that?
Oh, yeah, I'm
many
looking at
line
the screen now.
drives.
That cluster is... It's a lot of home
Yeah.
runs right there. Cool. All right,
about that?
Do you have a trivia?
I do. I went a little more opening day, just pure excitement going through my bones about it. And, I think the way you just did that trivia, you left out 2020 because there's parts of 2020 that's just weird. It's 60-game season.
He didn't play a lot. Himself had an even weirder 2020.
Yeah, Dietrich was-
Which there's a lot of players that did that, and I also
played
think
more games than I thought.
a lot of people, there's guys that we now think differently of them because of the 2020 season, which in baseball is normally very unfair. I mean, 60 games, if you're a platoon type like Dietrich or someone else, you could have played 25 games last year, and that skews how we think of you. So
Now you have me wanting to do Dietrich's
Okay.
2020. I'll do it on my own time.
Get in
but
there.
Keep going.
So I was like, in my head, the best way to actually analyze last year is just include 2019.
Yeah, double it up.
Combine 2019, combine
Yep,
2020.
I've done that. I've done that with all
Draw
the
your
searches.
conclusions off of that. So, without further ado, I've got a basic one. And the second part of this trivia I found interesting. Just straight up hits the past 2 seasons. And I think we'll just do the top 5. But there's some other names on the list that's like, holy smokes.
DJ LeMahieu.
DJ LeMahieu was one of the obvious ones.
Trout.
He's second. Not Trout.
This is just most
Just
hits the
hits.
last 2 seasons.
Yes.
Marlin.
We know
Gonzalez.
you were right with his name
Marwin?
being Marwin. We're surprised that you guessed him.
Who am I thinking of then? Brantley. I'm thinking of Brantley.
You're thinking of Brantley. Okay. We got there.
I confused the two of those guys.
It
a
is
lot.
not.
Ooh. I don't know.
DJ's number 2. I thought number 1 would be semi-obvious.
I just thought of the guy, but he had like a bad stretch in 2020. I was thinking of Whit Merrifield.
Whit Merrifield's number 1.
He is one.
So he ended up saving his 2020,
I know he had the stretch at the end. but
and he had such a good year the year before. 276 hits in the last 222 games. So Whit Merrifield, DJ, and the reason I use this as a trivia is the next 3, there's 2 guys on the same team that you just wouldn't think about.
that you wouldn't think about.
I mean,
One of them
You
I would think about him.
you could think about them. I mean, that's part of the trivia, but they're really good hitters. But I don't know, kind of weird 2020 and just different outlooks.
So not Tim Anderson who with batting title stuff.
Not Tim Anderson.
Because
Tim-
I thought you were gonna go like it's Tim Anderson and Jose Abreu when you first.
Jose
got
Abreu's
stuff.
4. Jose Abreu's 4. So shout out to Jose Abreu. 60-game season, got the MVP. A lot of people are like, it is what it is. But dude does hit.
It's the season he got.
So the next 2 people are 3 and 5. They are on the same team. American League.
Arise.
Nope.
I don't know.
I don't think he played enough in 19.
Jorge Polanco is at 10. That's a surprising one that I was just going to mention as a throwaway.
Nice player.
Who is it?
Devers and Bogarts.
Cool.
Devers had a weird year last year. Finished hitting 263, so I think he ended up saving it a little bit. But man, just that's what that left side of the infield can do when they're right.
They're good.
Those guys are beasts. So
Devers
that's where I landed.
Dietrich would have had one more home run in 2020 had he
Okay.
played all his games at Yankee Stadium.
Come on, Dietrich.
A field out against Christian Javier.
Damn.
Did not leave the park. So he would have had 5 instead of 4.
That probably changes in that small sample size.
Like he only played in 25 games, so
Yeah.
5 in 25 games is not bad.
Cool beans, man.
Cool beans. They just throw rocks out by the court.
Are we eating something?
And send it to halftime.
I just lost my voice.
Are we at halftime?
I didn't hear the whistle.
Got a Valentine's Day massage. Lady got all up in my butt.
Like in the cracks.
A little bit.
Yeah, I did when I got my Korean town massage. Was it my butt? There was at some place I was like, wow, I've never had it be this. Everything was my butt, like my inner thigh and my butt. I was like, I never had it.
Well, I think there's always a thing when you get a massage that kind of when they go to your boxer briefs or whatever you're wearing, you have a moment where you're about to find out how serious things are going to get.
Well, that lower back,
Right.
upper butt, bone is my, like, when they do that deep, that feels so good.
That's the spot.
Yeah, my lower back. But no, she was going like butt cheeks.
Yeah.
And that was like, this is interesting. Like, you don't need to massage my butt
Because
cheeks.
some places will do, like, they'll show a little butt and then they put the towel in there and, like, that's your line.
Yeah.
Wasn't much of a line here.
Oh, no, yeah. I got it. Yeah, that's fun.
So, solid. Got beat up. Oh, look at this.
So this is a nice box that we got from
Some
someone.
good wrap
We got
paper in there.
A card. Well, I'll read the card first. Jomboy Media Company it's addressed to. Thank you very much.
Halftime.
Swans or whatever. Oh, wow. Okay.
We got a note.
Yes. I always feel weird, weird
Right.
just reading these on air right away.
You should skim it first. Make sure it's
Her husband
seem
was
like they
her
were-
husband was featured in a Wake and Jake comment of the day.
huge. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thanks, Hubs.
Oh,
for bacon.
she said some might say that I'm the stereotypical wife whose husband initially introduced her to watching and was hooked. R.I.P. Watching Baggage. We thought we'd send you a few goodies your way.
Wow.
That was just a very real thing that was happening with the company. Is wives and girlfriends were getting introduced via Watching
Like, we
Baggage.
would never talk about gender on this show, but it's true.
Yeah. No, we don't really harp on gender a lot at all.
No, nut rolls or
Some snacks for you to try from a local exotic snacks market we have. The chips are from Thailand and the Oreos are from Korea and Japan. And then a custom Jomboy Media cross stitch. I designed and hand stitched this for you guys. I thought it might be a good decoration to add to your newly renovated office space. Hope you like it. Thanks for putting out so much great content. Literally all your shows so good. Bethany and Travis Miller. P.S. Jake sucks, but not as much as my Orioles right now. It's awesome.
That's fair.
Very nice. Thank you very
fair.
much. Oh,
Look at that.
this is awesome.
No way.
Oh,
Get
can you
that.
switch the camera so I can do a close up for him?
I mean, that is. Is that the new logo? Like, I don't.
I think here you get the snacks. I think we'd be able to hang this on the.
I think that's one that'll we'll find a solution to that.
Okay. So it looks like we got 2 types of cookies and some chili lime chips.
Not its final resting place, but
It's beautiful. Thank you so much.
they even got BBD in the corner.
Wow.
I just like being included, so that means a lot to me.
She got me wearing a Jomboy Jake Radio hoodie. You wearing Trastro's tank. You got the sunglasses on. I got a backwards hat.
Zach, you
fucking
like art
amazing.
crap. You seeing this? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you very much, Bethany.
What would you like to eat first?
I don't know.
I I was half listening to you.
The Oreos aren't going to be brutal, so I'd like to save those for last in
Okay.
case we need a
You
savior.
at the end.
Let's try
So let's
these.
start with the chili lime chips.
Let's start with the chili lime Thai chips. I mean, these are like Lay's, but like in
Yeah.
Thai. Thai? What's the language of Thai?
Thai.
Thai. Are you in Thai? That what you would say, or you'd say like in Thai?
I believe so.
You
I
speak
believe
Thai?
they speak Thai.
Thailand and Taiwan are two different places.
But like if you speak English in England, you wouldn't speak Thai in Thai, right? Speak Thai in Thailand?
You speak Thai in Thailand.
Yeah, I guess so.
I googled Thailand language and it says Thai, so I feel pretty happy that
I
that
have
right.
semantic saturation with the word Thai now.
Chili lime. That seems like a normal flavor.
Hits big halfway through, then fades. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Hits big, then slow sizzle.
Yeah. Sandino the Great, thank you.
I'm not a big chili lime. I don't
These
like.
are pretty good.
I don't like lime that much, but if
I
I think
like lime that much.
if you like chili lime, I think the blend is perfect.
You know what I think these do? They leave enough flavor in your mouth after that you say, well, I still have that flavor in my mouth. Why don't I have a couple more?
Yeah.
It's the salt and vinegar chip effect.
I'm not an S&V guy, BBD. I didn't want to ever break your heart
It
with
does
that,
the
but
same thing.
I am. These are good.
I'm big time.
These are good.
I'm not even a huge chili lime guy, as I said, but these are good.
Wow.
The chili overpowers the lime a little bit, which is what I need. If it's lime over chili, I think I'm more out.
You got to grab these, BBD. You want more? Once I get going.
So this, we have no idea what this is. Some sort of cookie?
Someone was listening. They said they're matcha cookies.
Okay. Maybe it was Bethany.
I think they're like matcha Oreos.
Because in parentheses on the card it said matcha. I just didn't read it. Did that to an English teacher in college once. He got so mad at me.
Did what to an English teacher?
Just never, he would ask people to read out loud and I just breezed through the parentheses. I was doing it to be a dickhead.
Right.
A little bit of an August,
Right.
if you will. And he's like, Jimmy, you're not reading the parentheses. And I was like, oh, you want me to read those?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, sorry.
I love parentheses. I really do.
That's where you throw the joke. You know, parentheses are a format for jokes.
I love parentheses.
Pink outside, like brown inside.
A little more brown on the inside than you'd like to see. Below my glasses, it's greener.
Should we do like proper inspections of these? Oh, wow. It kind of broke unsmooth. Left a little on either
I'm
side.
not going to risk that.
A little bit of like greenish brown diarrhea color to this. Kind of like a sickly shit.
Goose poop.
Yeah, a little goose poop in the middle.
Still a little chili lime in there. If I'm being honest.
You guys got a flavor?
No.
It's a chili lime right before.
This has no flavor.
I'm getting a very little flavor but I can tell it has something. It's the chili lime.
My
This
mouth is
doesn't
still
even-
chili lime.
Okay,
We
it's-
should have rinsed.
Yeah, for me, this doesn't taste like a vanilla Oreo, a chocolate Oreo. Doesn't even taste like an Oreo. Doesn't even taste like a cookie. It just tastes like a cracker.
You know you have an Oreo in your mouth, but it feels tasteless.
It's a pure texture.
Like those vanilla Nilla wafers, but in Oreo format. Almost.
Nilla wafers were some of the best treats I got in my house growing up. So if you could not
I loved
defame
Nilla
them in any
wafers.
ways.
Though I had some. I think within the last 2 years, and it didn't hold up.
I'm mashing it
pretty
all
upsetting.
around, trying to numb it out for the next thing we taste. That had no flavor.
I don't think the chili lime helped, but that didn't have a lot of flavor.
It wasn't. Assuming the flavor I got.
So these
is
are
what
red
it
velvet
is.
Oreos. They just have a funky.
Yeah, and red velvet is just chocolate, so these are just Oreos?
More or less. It's probably the cream will be a little different than the traditional Oreo cream, I think is what you'll find.
This is just an Oreo. It's delicious.
They're good. Why was the last one flavorless?
Like, this tastes like an Oreo.
This tastes like flavor.
You can
want
taste
these
the
back?
cream, and you can taste the outside.
On
The
the
last
back now
one.
that you've been cleansed.
I'm gonna have one more just to cleanse to fully.
These are almost palate cleansers.
Oh, this is a palate cleanser? I thought this was the other red velvet BBD.
You got so
Now
bad.
I've got to eat this. What?
Baby, he just threw more Oreos.
That was my backup snack.
Jake's nightmare. Those are
You guys just put a box of Oreos in front of me.
Can I tell you guys something?
those are Lady Gaga.
Do you know how quick I could churn through that?
So those are the Lady Gaga Oreos. We've had those for a while. The patrons got a little teaser on that last week before we got other packages and they got bumped. Patreon accounts, you get sneak peeks at stuff. And then this weekend I was at CVS, saw some other weird Oreo flavors.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll prepare like an Oreo platter. Left them at home, so we don't get that. But we got Oreos from...
I'm going to ditch the palate cleanser now that I know the Lady Gagas are here.
Yeah.
Jake, unfortunately.
I got cleansed.
These Oreos, my mom bought them.
I ate the cleanser, and now I taste more chili lime.
I do too.
Powerful.
These Lady Gaga Oreos, I don't know the flavor, but my mom had them and we were all tasting them. And my best guess was vanilla, like a vanilla Oreo, which I don't mind.
It doesn't say a flavor on the packaging that it's like
David, it
supposed to be.
does.
Lady
Lady
Gaga,
Gaga.
yeah.
It's Lady Gaga.
Because I was asking Katie, because Katie told me after we got these that you.
These are
won,
pink
she
and green.
said they're not.
These are like Miami
Oh my
Vice
God,
Oreos.
Mine split.
What happened there,
I
Jake?
got a loose one. Came in too aggressive. I can't start with that.
How come you grabbed 3 instead of just 1?
Look at these. This is what I eat. Like, there's something to genetics. I'll give the nerds that. Something in my body is wired to consume this.
Cookies and candy.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't realize Oreos were on like a Swedish fish level for you.
It's not Oreos, David.
No, just snackable foods.
Okay.
Look at this. The mental math my brain does on how many of those I can eat, and then how many I can eat after doing that mental math.
I just put it.
See, that's good, because now I can't do that. I know that.
Oh, so now you've seen your limit.
No,
The limit
that
is-
helps.
Yeah, it helps knowing
That
you have an
helps.
end.
I
Yes.
thought.
Thank you.
On
Tell me what you think
when
about the Lady Gaga ones, because there's like no flavor.
On
It's
Amazon,
vanilla.
when I ordered the Lady Gaga ones, I needed ones that were Prime eligible. The only ones Prime eligible also came with a pack of regular.
Here's what I need you
Turned
to
out
do.
I didn't need the Prime eligible.
I need you to eat a Lady Gaga and a Red Velvet and tell me the difference.
Let's do a blind taste test.
I barely taste anything.
No, for me.
Yes.
Okay. Well, where's the red velvet? What I need from you, Jake.
Zach,
All right, here's what I need.
Zach, you're up.
Zach,
Jimmy,
What?
close your eyes.
I need
Zach, you get one Red Velvet. Or no, this is a Gaga.
I'm finishing your water.
Okay.
That's a Gaga. This is the
BBD's
last
going to give
Velvet.
you a Velvet.
And here's a palate cleanser.
And
And I'll close my eyes and you just put one of them in my mouth. Show the camera first so they know,
yeah.
and we'll see if I can figure it out.
How well I know your eyes are closed.
Zach,
wrap
can
your head in this.
Do you want to mix a regular Oreo in there since we've got them?
We can't open that bag of regular Oreos. Then we have a problem.
Okay. I agree to those terms.
Does this work for you, Jake?
Yeah, I think so.
I think the question is, does it work for you?
Zach will now be presenting the first Oreo.
Yeah, show that camera.
Okay. I think I know which one it is. I don't have good...
I know for sure which one it is.
Okay. It's in Jimmy's mouth. And boy, is he gnawing away.
Now,
You can't look at Zach ever. He's got cookies in his hands. Go on.
I have a guess.
Okay.
I think this is Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Are you gonna do another one? Or are you gonna tell me now?
Well, you got to do all of them, right?
I think we do it
All right.
when you have your full guess in.
Now I'm eating a lot of Oreos.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Close your eyeballs.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it does feel a little bit like eating a lot of Oreos.
Zach, Oreo 2. Show the people. Into the mouth.
This is a palate cleanser.
I don't want to give away too much. That's a palate cleanser. The moment Zach put that in your mouth, I started laughing.
This has no flavor.
I've never seen anything have that little of flavor.
This is a cracker. There's frosting on this,
Yeah.
but you can't even taste it or feel it.
It's unreal.
That tastes like a Corona Oreo.
I'm now impressed by how little flavor that has.
If I ate that with a fever, I'd be like, shit, I have COVID.
Okay. The final one. There you go, BBD, getting those cookies. Zach shows the camera. Great usage there by Zach. Into his holes. So this basically became a coin flip. Are you now more confident in your first pick?
I'm feeling confident. The first one was Gaga. This one is Red Velvet, whatever that is. How'd I do?
Nailed it.
Oh, snap. That was lit.
Do you think it would have been different had we not like had one of each before?
Yeah, they all, the Lady Gaga and the Red Velvet still don't taste like anything. They just have a twinge of difference.
Okay. So the experience knowing their twinge helped.
Lady Gaga's the best of the three,
I think so too.
without a doubt. The palate cleanser is bizarre.
You guys get a bored minute today after JJR, look up the Gary Gaga skit. It's good stuff. Nick Swardson, I believe on his own TV show for a very brief period of time.
Nick Swardson's Pretend Time. It's good stuff.
Jim, you're not talking and I'm trying to eat cookies, so.
I Googled what is the flavor of matcha,
Right.
which are the palate cleansers ones. And it says, the Google result says, the most noticeable flavor notes to consider for matcha is how smooth the balance of flavor feels in the mouth.
Nothing.
That's not a flavor.
No.
So, what is that?
They perfected it. They're trying to say matcha is all. Actually,
In the
hold
highest
up.
quality matcha brands, you'll notice vegetable. That's not how you spell vegetal. Vegetal notes, a pleasant but not astringent bitterness, nuttiness, and a smooth sweetness.
No.
Grassy and sweet without tasting of dirt.
They're basically trying to say that matcha is when you go to a food place and you put all the sodas into one soda.
Like a suicide.
When you put all the sodas into one soda.
My friends called that a suicide growing up.
When you put all of the sodas into one soda.
Yeah. Suicide.
All of these sodas.
Yeah.
On the thing, you push the buttons.
Suicide combo. Yeah.
That's matcha.
It also says that
in their
matcha is
words.
green tea powder.
I mean, that's what I thought. But that first description was like, matcha is everything.
Look, what is the taste of matcha? The most noticeable flavor notes to consider for matcha is how smooth the balance of flavor feels in the mouth, which isn't a flavor.
You just talked about matcha. Like it was a bad
So
prospect.
it's flavor.
Matcha. I gave it a little.
matcha plays every position.
A little grossness
Yeah.
in my voice. Yeah,
Gotta try these.
yeah. Let me know how those are. Because if you like them, I might have another. Have you reached in and just grabbed one yet?
Technical foul. This is the one I ripped off from the other one.
Oh, so you're just regrouping.
Yeah.
You're just not going to leave any scraps out there.
No.
I get it.
I was trying to be rude.
Yeah. No,
I forget where we landed on it, but I did Google. First of all, the first thing that comes up when you start typing what flavor, it autofills are the Lady Gaga Oreos.
Okay.
They're vanilla.
That could
right?
be
The
Big
Google-
Brother.
Yeah, it's a straight. Yeah, they're vanilla.
That's what
That's
those
what
taste-
they were going for.
They taste like vanilla on vanilla.
Yeah, that is what it tasted like, and I'm glad that we confirmed that's what it is.
And if we had to give vanilla a gender, it's female, right?
Yeah. I'd have to think about it. We could do ice cream flavors one day.
We did ice cream for a month.
I have vanilla and chocolate as kind of the royal king and queen.
There's a couple goes you could go with that.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, chocolate's pretty decisively male for me.
Rank
Strawberry's the queen's like crazy
in
sister.
all of the celebrities.
Yeah.
How high do you have Lady Gaga ranked? Hotness wise.
Hotness wise.
Yeah.
Okay, out of all the celebrities.
Celebrities you want to sleep with.
Okay.
Oh no.
Where do you have Lady Gaga?
All genders are included.
Yes.
Okay. 175.
Who are the 174 before?
I can't get into that.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. All right, let's get out of halftime.
Good half.
That was a real good halftime. Thank you, Bethany.
That's a halftime.
It's pretty cool, right?
You come out of it as a team and you're like, we're about to win this second half.
And if we don't win, we're at least going to have fun.
Like you're a soccer team down 2-0 and you're actually like, we actually can win.
Like, we're really going to win.
Like that team kind of sucked. They
Yeah.
did get 2 lucky goals.
Or even if we don't win, we're going to like at least like show them that we're having a better time.
They're going to have tight buttholes for the last 10 minutes of that game.
Kind of like when Trinidad and Tobago got like blown out, but Mighty Ducks were like, well, fuck, I think they had more fun than us.
Yeah.
You know?
I read the news today, oh boy.
So let me know how that Oreo's. Maybe I'll have one too.
Was rather sad. Well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
A man built 11 speed bumps near his house after getting annoyed by the vehicular noise his neighbors were producing. An 8-year-old called out NPR for their lack of dinosaur stories. A man has turned his dead uncle's skeleton into a guitar. Pirate skeletons have been found in a shipwreck from 1717 off the coast of Cape Cod. Nearly 200 pounds of contraband bologna have been seized at the New Mexico border. A teen was arrested after trying to get her fake ID back from the bar. And a pair of burglary suspects were arrested after deputies followed footprints in the snow.
I read the news today, oh boy.
A lot of stories here, Jake.
So, what months do you relate to skeletons?
October.
Easily October.
Yeah.
Bang. Just want everyone to have that.
You just wanted an easy win. you know what that was? You know what that was? When everyone leaves the locker room to go out to the field and they're all pumped and the coach is like, hands in, like, do we still believe? And they're all like, yeah. That's what you just did for us.
No, I was trying to show the people because there's Jim. I think the
We're
JJR.
still on the same page, right?
The JJR family gets it, and we know that. But this is probably someone's first episode, and they're kind of like, was that month stuff heavy? Was that light? Like, what was going on there? And I think they needed to see like skeletons are October.
Yeah.
Which are male.
Yeah.
Skeletons are male?
Not always.
What's how you
Usually.
But when you draw up the I got stuff. Double skeleton story, that's wild. the 8-year-old calling NPR for lack of dinosaurs, I in my head I like more than I think I like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
11 speed bumps. Yeah, that's just a guy letting his anger out.
Well, the guy who did 11 speed bumps,
Yeah.
speed bumps are louder than a car driving fast. Your whole sleep is just not. I think about 6. Like double that, basically. Oh, they have a picture of the speed bumps? They're annoying.
How tight? Oh, wow.
I mean, he has to drive on this, right? No one's going to take this road anymore. I tell you that.
Which is his goal.
There was a speed bump road in Livermore, California
So I think I like this.
that I took a lot. I took the speed bump road a lot. You like the speed bump guy.
I mean, this man clearly snapped. And I appreciate that he, he snapped and he did it.
He had to do a lot of work on this.
Okay, here's a game. We're relating things to month and gender and everything. Without reading it, and maybe you saw it, Jim, or maybe you saw BBD, what would you guess this guy's age is?
72.
60s.
Oh, wow. He did all this work.
You
guys are writing that.
A lot of time on his hand with a lot of skill from years of
You're
being-
underestimating 60-year-olds.
I mean, there's a chance, but I mean, I think you're underestimating building speed bumps.
I mean, my dad's
think
60 and
speed bumps you can-
he's like just redid a whole entire house.
You build speed bumps? I mean, we're talking asphalt. We're talking...
All you do is you mix cement and asphalt and then you get a wheelbarrow and you walk across the street as you drip some out.
I mean, these are pretty big speed bumps.
He
They're
did
also
make,
much different
official
sizes.
speed bumps.
The man is 40.
He's too young.
It's a midlife crisis. No.
He's too
on the
young to
nose.
be this angry.
And this is
I think
what's
50 I
perfect
would've
about
accepted,
this
but-
is I think this guy. I think people are wondering when their midlife crisis is happening, and this is a conversation ender. Hey, Nor, you got too hot the other day, and you built 6 speed bumps, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's happening. You're getting older in life. Let's address it.
Look how many speed bumps are on this road. See this right here?
Okay.
This is a road I would drive a lot.
That sign said speed bump.
Yeah, speed hump, I believe it said. There's another one that we just passed, and then here's another one up here. Speed hump, yeah. They call them humps, not bumps. There's a lot on this road. I wonder how many. There's another one right there we just passed, and there's another one coming up.
Boobah calling you out on how asphalt is done.
All right, Boobah.
Company handyman.
Yeah. Boobah gets done how I said it was done. You just get a wheelbarrow of asphalt, and you drip it across the street.
That was suspect from the start.
So, yeah, see this road right here, Jake?
Yeah.
I lived here. We went here to play softball a lot. So the options are to go there or here to this road. So I think everyone flew past this road. Buena Vista in California, speed bump road.
I'm kind of okay with it.
I was fine with it. It was like, hey, I appreciate you don't want people to fly through here.
Yeah.
I understand they would be flying.
Yeah.
So I'll take it and I'll just, ride out these bumps.
Like
humps, as they say.
The math adds up there. Kids are going to use that as a shortcut. They're going to bomb it. That's not what this road is for. I like that.
Yeah.
When there's bumps in places you don't need bumps, that's one of the worst feelings.
Yeah. This guy snapped, though.
Oh, big snap.
He's in Malaysia, too.
Yeah, his name's Noor Muhammad.
Noor Muhammad. Brother's name is South Muhammad. Joke. An 8-year-old called out NPR for their lack of dinosaur talk. This is an 8-year-old listening to NPR.
Yeah, I mean, that's, at first my brain was like, oh, look at this peacock little 8-year-old that went for it. And now...
You're coming to the understanding that this is also a 40-year-old man. This is also a 40-year-old man. The email says, my name is Leo, and I am 8 years old. I listen to All Things Considered in the car with my mom. I listen a lot. I never hear much about nature or dinosaurs or things like that. Maybe you should call your show Newsy Things Considered, since I don't get to hear about all the things. or please talk more about dinosaurs and cool things. Sincerely, Leo. And that's an adult that wrote that.
I don't know, man.
All Things Considered has been on air for 50 years.
Right.
And no 8-year-olds listening to that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is
we have a picture of Leo at the dinosaur place museum. He wants to be a paleontologist when he grows up. We have an interview with Leo. So now this is an ad for dinosaurs somehow.
You're playing the dino ad angle. No, I mean, man, at first I was like, look at this 8-year-old. Knows what he likes, dinosaurs. Let me call in NPR. I want more dinosaurs. I like that. I was like, if any of my friends did that at 8 years old, I would have been like, dude, not cool.
What happened was the mom was listening to a lot of All Things Considered. And the kid was like, Mom, this radio show's boring. They don't talk about anything I like. And the mom was like, well, what do you like, Leo? And he's like, I like dinosaurs. Mom was like, well, why don't you write a letter to this email station saying that you wish they would talk to dinosaurs because I'm not changing the channel.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
No, I'm there. I have that with a little more of a twist in my head. Like the parents were trying to do a good life lesson thing. Like, yeah, don't be afraid to write a letter to your friends or family or even a politician. Like, write a letter that you're passionate about. And they were like, oh, that's going to be cool. Our kid's going to learn a lesson. And then he's like, dinosaurs, NPR. And they were like, all right, you can send it, but as long as this doesn't end up on the news. Mm-hmm. Here we are.
Coming up next is the next story is Leo's future if he's not careful. The next story is a man has turned his dead uncle's skeleton into a guitar.
Yeah, man.
And we have a picture of the guitar. I mean, did you click it? Did you click it?
Did you just say an 8-year-old, if he's not careful, is going to start playing his dead uncle's skeleton guitar?
I'm just saying, if you love bones and stuff, you got to know where the line is. If you like bones and remains.
And you have this just before the line. Like, this is cool, but
no. This is a warning to Leo. Don't turn out like this, dude.
Yeah, I don't. The picture, like, kind of freaks me out.
Is it because that's his dead uncle?
Yeah. If he got super passionate about it, like his uncle taught him guitar, like, could you buy in then?
No.
Yeah, I don't want to blame it all on it being his dead uncle, but it certainly doesn't help.
Hey, if I went to like a crazy rock concert and the guitarist came out with that guitar, I'd be...
There's a lifestyle that you want to lead if you're...
I'd be running hot.
They have a YouTube video here. Dude built a guitar of dead uncle's skeleton. Do you think they're going to show pictures of the uncle before he's dead in this video?
I don't know.
So far, it's just a video of him playing.
Just him playing. Just him playing.
Yeah, I wonder if Zach's into that.
If a ripper of a band, if Zach's band came out, we were like, Zach, we're doing Baggage Live tonight. We need an opener. He's like, yeah, I'll bring the boys over. And their guitarist came out with that, we'd say it's badass. The only problem here is that it's his uncle. If that was a random skeleton, I'm into it.
It lends its way to a better situation if the uncle, like, begged him to do it or his last wish or something. Like you're saying, like the uncle was cool with it. If the uncle, like, had no interest in music...
His uncle had to know.
The uncle had to be aware of this.
Otherwise, you can't unearth your uncle and make rib guitar.
Yeah.
So his uncle did know.
He had to, yeah. Brian Cashman texted me back.
What?
He said, thanks, buddy. Stay warm.
True.
It's a good call.
I'm with him.
Should I drop the Dietrich stats on him? I'm also out.
Send him a naked picture of me.
Oh.
If the Yanks win the World Series.
Yes.
Okay.
Send him that right now and say, if they win the World Series, I will send this to you.
I have a 2-week limit now until I can text him again.
We have rules.
Yeah, there's rules. Pirates have found skeletons. Skeletons of pirates from 1717 Shipwreck have been unearthed in the bottom of...
Okay, I'm already flip-flopping more and more on the guitar.
What?
If you could have a pirate skeleton guitar... Oh, dude, that's a pretty cool axe. Where'd you get it? Are those like real bones? Yeah, they're pirate bones.
Well, what if his uncle was a pirate?
His uncle was not a pirate.
Where were they from? Greece?
Pittsburgh?
Who said that?
Who was that?
From Greece. We have a video here of the pirates from 1717. The U.S. wasn't even a country. What, are you going for another Oreo?
No.
Just let me know how they are. Because if you like them,
17.
if you like them, I think I'm going to have them.
The reporter looked like she just said 1717.
These don't do much for me, the videos we're watching.
No. These look like x-rays.
Is that like an eyeball and a mouth and a chin there?
I don't know.
Did you see what I was seeing? Hold on, I think it's the next slide. No. Maybe I lost the slide.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the next one.
I saw what you were looking at. These look like rocks.
Yeah, like that's an eye, nose. This is the mouth, frowning, neck.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't either.
1717's cool.
How do they date that? Like, how did they find that date?
It's a good question.
At least 6 or more pirate skeletons have been discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of Cape Cod, investigators announced Wednesday. The remains were unearthed from the wreck site of the legendary pirate ship, the Whydah, which went down off of Wellfleet in 1717, according to the investigative team from the Whydah Pirate Museum. They were identified in several large concretions and are currently being examined by renowned underwater explorer Barry Clifford. Of course, Barry Clifford is a renowned underwater.
What Barry Clifford end up doing?
What's up?
Actually.
Yeah, actually, Barry, turned his passion into his job. He's a renowned underwater explorer, including son Brandon Clifford. Of course, that's a legacy job.
Yeah.
We hope that modern cutting-edge technology will help us identify these pirates and reunite them with any descendants. Imagine if Barry Clifford knocked on your door and were like, we found your great grandfather. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I like the one time that Barry Clifford did this and someone who's actually a fan of this stuff, like, knock on the door. Hey there, I'm Barry Clifford. And the person, like, fainted. Like they just won $1 million. You found my relative? He's a pirate?
A pirate? He drowned? Oh, my God. Wow. It's terrible. I don't care about the rest of the story.
No.
We're through that one. On to the next. Nearly 200 pounds of contraband bologna. You going for another one?
What's the word contraband mean?
Illegal.
Okay.
Like, you can't have this. And you can't have this where you are.
I feel like people say illegal contraband, though.
I think contraband means, something can be legal in New Jersey. You cross state borders with it.
Goods that have been imported or exported illegally.
I had it.
So, yeah, you were around.
It's all about borders. So did you see the picture of all this bologna?
Mm-mm.
It's pretty good. It's really thick. I just don't understand. I mean, it's not really even hidden. It's in it looks like a Ford Explorer, like the hatch at where the third seat sometimes is and the bottom comes up.
They want it to be found.
I used to keep a lot of toilet paper in that area in my Ford Explorer because the girls in high school would always TP my house. And we wanted to be just like be able to drive over there and get them back immediately. Yeah. 194 pounds of bologna. They were bringing it into the U.S. They searched the whole vehicle. They found 22 large red package rolls in the trunk and some hidden in the driver's luggage. Bologna is prohibited product because it is made from pork and has the potential from introducing foreign animal diseases to the U.S. pork industry.
Illegal bologna.
Oh, is this just like a restaurant or a deli owner trying to get cheaper bologna?
The real bologna.
Yeah.
Crazy that there's rules like this.
Yeah.
Our society has baloney border rules.
Mm-hmm. My baloney has a first name, it's Oscar. My baloney has a second name, it's Meyr. Oh, I love to eat it every day, and if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way with BOLOGNA. How's that?
There used to be an Oscar Mayer truck in Denver, in our neighborhood a lot. Or...
You're just crazy now.
Brain's starting to lose it. Imagine if Jess never told me, and every time I was like, look, Oscar Mayer wiener car. And Jess was just like, that's a joke he makes, I guess.
It's a U.S. mail truck. Jake just calls U.S. mail trucks Oscar Mayer wiener. I never knew why he did it.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. It's like Katie and me and Friendlies.
Okay.
Every time we see a Friendlies, I just say, have you ever eaten at a Friendlies? And she's like, she's come to accept it now.
Right.
For a while, she fought it hard.
Right.
Stop saying that every time you see a Friendlies. Stop
It's
saying
just going
that.
to make him go harder.
Yeah. A teen was arrested after trying to get her fake ID back from the bar. I believe there's a picture of her face, which I really don't know if I want to share that because she's young.
Starting to feel sick.
She's a teen.
Starting to feel sick. She's
starting to feel
18.
sick.
Well, she is not 21, right?
Not 21. She's a teen.
What do you think you're feeling sick from?
I'm leaning all the Oreos.
How many do you think you ate?
Anybody counting?
This is a chat been counting.
My job was to eat them. I thought you guys were counting. Oh.
Her fake ID name was McCammy Queen.
I could pass in the South.
It didn't. The reason her ID got looked at is because the name was McCanny Queen.
Edmond, Oklahoma. That's where a bunch of my Oklahoma friends are from.
Do they know her?
Probably not. I can ask.
Her real name is Blake Lee, but no space.
Blakely Sands.
Blakeley. A pair of burglary suspects were arrested after their footprints in the snow got traced back to where they were. Don't you watch anything? You know, the Moonshiners, they had little like boots that had cow footprints. So it looked like cows were walking. You know, in a lot of crimes, they walk backwards through the snow. What is that a common movie or is that a book I read when I was young? Where the way they got away with it was from walking backwards in the snow.
And that's an old ancient Greek battle thing. The army that walked backwards, they thought because they were facing the other way, they thought that they weren't coming.
One of the older tricks in the book then.
Yeah.
So these people are idiots. You gotta know you have footprints.
In the snow.
Yeah.
Canines. Damn.
They have pictures of the footprints here too, and it's like, come on, guys.
They're big footprints.
Come on.
It wasn't a sneak storm. They knew it was coming.
Man, gotta be better than that. All right, do we have rankings or mailbag questions or anything?
It's mailbag, motherfucker! Okay. So it was Valentine's Day this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So for the mailbag, any embarrassing or noteworthy Valentine's Day experiences that comes from Guthrie?
Red and pink.
Worst pictures of us possible from Valentine's Day party.
Worst pictures of you. I've got worse.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That one where you're hanging is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not good. I got worse.
Valentine's Day, what comes to mind? My dad always got my sisters chocolates. They would wake up the chocolates. I called my mom out on it at like 6 or 7 years old. Why don't you get me chocolates? Don't you love me the same way dad loves the girls? So I got chocolates the rest of my life.
Smart.
I mean, that's fair though. That's fair. My mom, I think she even understood like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, the fact she wasn't.
Jimmy's got a point here. In college, I played ice hockey in Oakland, and I forgot to get my girlfriend anything for Valentine's Day. And I was on my way home from hockey when I realized this, and there was guys that were selling like on the corners of the streets, like baskets that had like stuffed animals and chocolate, like a $20 basket. But there's like a guy standing on the corner of the street in Oakland.
Right.
And I bought one thinking, all right, cool, covered. I was 18, 19. And then I remember bringing it back to the dorm room in college and like actually looking at it and being like, oh my God, like I don't think I can bring this into the room. This is disgusting. So then I had to do like a midnight run to like the Safeway to get flowers. And there was slim pickings at that point.
Right.
That comes to mind. Other than that, no, I don't do anything for Valentine's Day.
Paul Revere, Midnight Run. Yeah, we used to do a college pink and red party around Valentine's Day. We did twice. That was a lot of fun. A good basic theme is the way to go in college. So people can feel like they're participating, but you don't have to go nuts.
V-neck party was very successful.
And the red really opened it up to guys that are normally too hard to do to do whatever. Like if you can't wear red or pink, then you can't party tonight. Get over yourself. And I don't know, this is just, I have no memory of anything at all, but I was getting picture reminders that a year ago, Jess and I went down to Florida early. So we were at the beach before we did spring training. So we were at beach for Valentine's Day, which is nice.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
David?
When I hear Valentine's Day, I think pitchers and catchers.
That's fair.
It's like a very warped
Baseball company.
That's a very warped brain.
That connection in your brain's how we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have any Valentine's Day stories. That's all. Pink and red parties. Gross.
Just got logged out of the email.
Oh, no.
Because that happens
What are you
once a
gonna do?
week.
I do one more cookie.
I have one. I put 2. I figured I was going to eat 2 the rest of the show. I have 1. I have 1 saved. How many more are left?
How many more do you think?
None.
2.
So you just grab those 2.
Just 1.
Okay. Just grab the other one. Don't lie to yourself.
Jimmy, if anyone needs to pick up their end of the stick here.
No, I'm saying you know you're going to eat the next one.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to you 2 for sure and eat it.
Okay. All right.
Rankings. This one comes from Sam Heim.
Sam Heim.
Regular contributor. Love him.
Yes.
Pitchers and catchers reporting this feels appropriate. What's up, boys? I'm back with another rankings idea for you. I've been trying to come up with a good rankings idea for ranking each baseball position, and I think I've narrowed it down to these 2. For either of these, you would rank all of the baseball positions, including pitcher and DH, one by what you would play if you were to play baseball today.
Can you copy and paste this?
It's just rank the baseball positions by what you would play, or rank them based on what you would want to be the best at, or which ones you would want to be good at. So copying and pasting that.
What do you want to do?
And you can do both. You can do...
Basically, the options I'm seeing in my head is if there was a pickup,
Isn't this...
if they invited us to know how they do the media game at Fenway, if they invited us to play in that, what positions would we pick? Or
What
we
position
do,
would you want
or
to
we
play
do
if you had
just
your
like,
pick?
yeah, what positions we think are the coolest.
What position you'd want to be, I think, is I'd be shocked if it wasn't kind of like shortstop, center field, starting pitcher.
Yeah,
Only 3.
but I mean that's part of it. Like I would pick center field.
Yeah.
Some people
people
would pick
would-
pitcher. Some
Yeah.
people would pick
But
shortstop.
I think those are the top 3. If I had to play a position,
People have different scope. I mean, I think those are the winners, but I'm sure some people dream of being the second
if I had to go to a
baseman.
softball game and play a position, right?
Unless you dream of being a corner outfielder,
That's where I was
get
thinking.
away from me.
'Cause that's where my brain was.
Yeah.
And I was also thinking second base.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
who-
I think some people dream of second base.
I don't think so.
That's a dreamer's position in a way.
And second basemen aren't even second basemen. If you're a young kid, you need to be a shortstop or a center fielder because everyone in the pros,
They were converted.
they
to their
were
other position
converted
from
shortstop
that,
and center fielders.
pretty much.
Somewhat.
I mean, some guy like
No
some
one's
big
like,
first
yeah, I
baseman
started
and stuff.
playing left field and when I was 12, and that was my path to being drafted.
No.
It's shortstop.
I think second
You get
baseman.
some third baseman
You
drafted.
are
I think
right.
third baseman's ahead of second.
drafted.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but I think second baseman has some dreams. You actually might. The shortstops that end up at third base and second might be the same quantity.
Pat has you at 16 to 20 Oreos.
Oh boy.
In an hour
Did a
sitting.
quick scan of the episode.
It feels it.
That's a lot of fucking
Somebody
Oreos.
somebody earlier had thrown a over under 15.
Well, Pat probably checked the tape too, where you started cackling and I was deflated because I knew what was going to happen here.
yeah, it was funny. All right, I would if we were going to a media softball
And
league.
like catcher's a lot higher on your list than it would be other people's.
Yes, but I mean,
You wouldn't wanna do it for
shortstop would be my
softball,
answer,
though.
that version. If we're going to play softball right now,
Okay.
I'd want to play first base, but I know I'm not tall enough. But that's like where I think I would have the most fun during the game. You talk to everyone, you're part of every play. Everyone kind of like waits for you to throw the ball back to the pitcher to like keep going, so you're in the action. Men's league softball, I think first base is the most fun. If you don't want to like, also like I don't want to go like work a sweat. I'm in it for the socialness. Otherwise, when I played men's softball, I liked pitching. Same
Yeah.
exact reason. I was at least in the mix. Outfield, so boring.
Oh, see, I disagree there. You just buckle up for a totally different sport. For me, that would, if I knew I had
It's a different
softball, I'd be like,
thing.
okay, I don't need to work out. I'm gonna do some outfield sprints today. There's gonna be a couple balls to get by me.
I'm in it to chat.
Yeah, and that's where see first base I would shy away from just because sometimes catching a softball can be hard.
You're playing those
Like-
infield positions
like
if
if
it hops on you.
If it's a semi-competitive game, you can have a bad time at first base pretty quick.
If anything goes wrong.
You can do something slight, and you won't get recognition, but in your head, you'll feel so cool. Like stretching more than you can actually stretch to
Right.
catch a ball and get in the guy, even though you were maybe 1 or 2% of the play. In your head, you're like, that was badass.
Did a lot there.
Did a lot there. Or like even if it's a simple scoop, but scooping it, even if it's an easy scoop, you feel at first, in my age,
did
like,
it.
hell yeah.
I mean, I completely agree with you, but I think that also works for where I'm coming from. Those 2 scoopers a game that you normally get and you feel good about and you get love. If those don't happen, A, the throw is short, don't one-hop it, but you're still getting they're talking after the game and they're like, yeah, Jim didn't have a great day at first. If he scooped those 2, we're out of the inning.
Yeah. No, I don't care. But I understand that you're after because you like getting those sprints in. You're also flash. And that's where like you just chill out. You chill out.
You can
Ball goes in the
flash
gap.
in
You
outfield
flash.
softball.
Flash.
As long
But-
as you're in position to do some running, you're at the least injury factor.
When I had to
too.
play outfield, though,
good.
there was not enough talking. It was so quiet. I become a chatterbox on the field.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm not.
Yeah. When we played softball in college, I played shortstop. That was fun.
You were in it?
Yeah, I was younger then.
Sure was. Me too.
And I was playing baseball with like Luke.
right.
Not playing, but I had a glove on my hand a lot.
Your arm was loose.
Yeah, and I was fielding grounders. and,
Ball
like,
skills were where they needed to be.
Yeah,
yeah, I was going through those motions.
You were playing for real.
regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was take BP with loose teams and shit like that. So like that was fun.
That's good.
Cool.
Is there? How much does it change if it's like what position are you getting assigned to, based on your skill set?
Backup catcher.
Let's make it the softball analogy. You're promised you're gonna play.
Pitcher. That was really good.
John pitched.
Struck a blind lady out 3 times one game.
Not blind.
If my dad listens to this and I don't mention that he was like a really good men's league softball pitcher, he'll be really mad. So, but
I struck out a blind lady.
Really good.
They were like, just pitch her like she's anyone else. I was like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, like she likes playing. Just pitch her like she's anyone else.
Bad guy.
See Ploufs in the comments here.
I struck her out like 3 times.
Trevor Plouffe, Jake does not need Oreos.
Come on,
What's
Trev.
that supposed to mean?
You only had 16 to 20.
Let's look at the quick.
Granted,
score.
I had a lot too, Jake, which makes me think your number's higher because I did 3 testing, then 3 in the blind taste test. That's a quick 6. 2 here.
Yeah.
So I'm at 8
Yeah.
minimum.
BBD had a few.
Yeah. I had plenty.
You had the most.
Nobody arguing that.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody arguing.
It's kind of like
I
when
think
when we
within-
agreed Bones belonged to October.
October, yeah. Yeah, I think within the Gaga bag,
Don't
I think
say
you and
Gaga
I
bag.
combined for like what Jake had in.
How many
in
do you
that
think you
bag.
had?
Jake's about the
8
Gaga.
minimum,
Jake's
I
about the
think.
Gaga in the
8
Gaga.
minimum.
BBD
like-
thinks he had 8 minimum.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a big number.
I got into the blind
I had much
taste
more
test.
of the Gaga bag than you did, but you had like 2 of each of the others.
Yeah, I was doing a science experiment.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah.
everybody.
Do we have anything else? No more rankings, no more questions?
I think that's it.
All right, next
We're
week,
at 210.
thank you very much for coming. Next week, along with all the other dumb shit we're going to talk about, we're going to draft the states.
Huge.
And there will be a lot of...
I like that we know it's coming, and I have like kind of a week to make a board.
I gave you a week on the months, but I didn't fully...
wasn't quite,
I didn't fully give
Friday,
everyone my
but-
brain.
Landed in a great place.
Months was a great...
was
I mean,
great.
I can't believe I have a full royal family.
Happy for you.
You finally got to round the loop there. You were 12 for 12 on having someone agree with you.
Yeah, I didn't
Which
expect
is-
that.
It's impressive.
I
It's
was
just that
worried
many
about... I
coin
was worried
flips.
about July, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was worried about July. And then January, I didn't really care either way.
Right.
But
Yeah,
now
that's
that
where
they're
I
both...
was.
Now I know that January's... And
And I
February
mean,
the
June,
grandparents...
July becomes
Yeah.
a whole chromosome thing because you have them as twins.
hmm
I just think you got the Y chrome E wrong.
No.
I think I do think
Yeah.
they're I was with Jake on those, so I'm not agreeing with you.
States.
States next
Thank
week.
you.
See you guys. Should I play that music we play at the end of shows?
Have a nice day about it.
Talking Yanks coming up later.
Over.
Boone did a press conference and
We're gonna watch it.
Catch up.
Probably now.
Catherine texted me, they've won.
They signed Dave Wan. Hi, Trevor. Is Puerto Rico available? Ugh.